Welcome on back, everyone. We have our final run of the evening, a redemption run by Nikoheart playing Alien Isolation. This is Sarah Avium again. I'm going to be your host for this last segment. And here we go. Nikoheart, take it away.
Thank you for the introduction and welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys for letting me do this redemption run. I know that we had some major technical issues when we started off this marathon because of, let's just say that my USB on my motherboard is completely overloaded. Thusly, GoXLR decided to glitch out. Now that I know, I've got some some major computer fixes to do. However, for the next marathons, we'll have some awesome more equipment so that this sort of thing will not be an issue in the future. Cold is back. My good friend Cold401 is commentating with us. So Cold, please again introduce yourself.
Hey guys, it's good to be back. Really excited to finally see Nick complete this run. So let's get this engine revving and ready to go.
Engine revving, lovely. Okay, so we do have the timer. The reason that we got the timer is because, again, we were on world record pace for the very beginning of this marathon. Obviously, we unfortunately had to sacrifice the run, so, you know, we weren't able to get this world record. But again, this can easily be a world record run. I have my splits. It's not going to be too distracting for you guys, I do hope. As you can see in the live split, we have two timers. The first one is in-game time, and the second time is RTA. So that way, the first one is not counting for loads. It's auto-splitting. So yeah, load removal. And yeah, the next points to make about this run, if you guys were not sure, is that we are playing this game in Italian. It is actually 30 seconds faster of a language track. Now, technically, French is actually faster by 0.5, but we actually like to play it in Italian because it sounds nicer as well. I have capped this to 140 FPS. For this kind of run for no major glitches, you can set it to 275, but because I do also run crouch clipping only, 140 still works absolutely validly for a no major glitches run. And I am using the software ReWASD to basically convert this branded PlayStation controller, the RWA Apex, into, when you bring it into the PC, it's recognized as an Xbox controller, and then you remap it into PC keyboard and mouse. It's such a backwards regression, but we love it, don't we? Or for the elitists, a forward progression, because, you know, PC elitists. Anyway, okay, so as you can see in the top corner of the thing, you can see my feetsies. Can we say hello to the feetsies? And don't forget, if we do reach the 3,000 donation goal, we will be doing the rest of the run for Dr. Evil. And I just want to plug again, there is another incentive as well, that if you guys want to have the lovely video game roulette put on a Darth Vader voice and read your message, it's a £5 donation. So those are two incentives that we can meet, and you can easily get within this run. Let's see if we can meet our final goal for this marathon of £3,000 and get some Darth Vader and a Dr. Evil going down, shall we? So I will be calling time. Obviously, we will have the timer in the top left-hand corner as well, and that'll be the most accurate one. The marathon will be counting RTA, so we'll be able to get a good accuracy. So we're playing this a novice. This is no major glitches, novice. We cannot do any of the major glitches like the pipe bomb, getting the V3 early. We can't do crouch clipping. We can't do pipe. No, you know what I mean. Vents peaks. That's one. Vent peak glitches. I know these strats. It's absolutely fine. All right. So, just as a very, very tiny heads up as well for general control, so that some people may be unaware and understanding. Forward on the pedal is left. Right. Sorry. I know my left from right. Wow. Left is backwards. We got mouse left when we turn the wheel left, and we got mouse right for when we turn the wheel right. We got the right mouse button on the left flipper because it's going to be easier for me to pull up the gun, and the right flipper here is to shoot. We got run on the D-pad left. We got crouch on the right D-pads. We've also got up and down for the look, for mouse up and down for the D-pad up and down. We got a few other assignments, but those are the main ones that you guys need to know. Drive us home. Let's do this. Okay, so ready on time, guys. Ready on time? We'll be skipping 2 cutscenes, and then as soon as I call time is when we're going to be, you'll see a little like circular thing. That's going to be basically the load icon. As soon as the first frame of it goes away, that is when we call time, and it will automatically call time itself. All right. With all that said and done, it's time to drive safely around Sevastopol and get to the end of this game, shall we? I'm sorry I don't have a seatbelt. I know I should have bought one a while ago, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right.
Just after you said the word safely.
Okay. Time will start in. I'll say just now, so not yet. Now. All right, everybody. Welcome in to Alien Isolation, No Major Glitches Novice. We are Amanda Ripley, Ellen Ripley's daughter. We are upon the Nostromo. We're going to try to go to Sevastopol, because on Sevastopol...
Torrents.
Thank you. I know my law. This is why Cord is here as well. Okay, so we're on the Torrens, and we're going to be going over to Sevastopol so that we can actually find some hopeful information about the location of our mother, because obviously she went missing, didn't she? And if you guys have seen the first Alien movie, then that will kind of be the right explanation. Also, am I streaming 30 FPS? I just realized. I think I might be streaming 30 FPS, so we might need to do a quick reset. I'm so sorry.
Actually, you know what? That's perfect. Would you be able to stream it to Discord as well?
Okay. God damn it. Okay, so we will need to do a very, very quick intermission. I'm so sorry. Let me just double check a few things before we go ahead. Let me see. Settings, video. I wasn't 30. Whoops.
Well,
okay.
Can I read a donation?
Yes,
while
if
we're
we go
waiting?
quickly to a BRB screen so that I can just re-sort this live stream, okay?
Excellent. So we did get a $5 donation from the gym that says, Psst, Nick, I feed Steve like 5 bags of Xenomorph snacks, so he should be all... And we can have that read in a beautiful... GR.
Okay, we should be back now. Thank you guys for the patience. We're back now. All the audio is coming through my stream, so that's why there was no audio there. So, did you want to reread the donation, Sarah? And also for the Darth Vader?
Go for it, VGR. I'll let you read this one.
Nick, I fed Steve like 5 bags of extra Xenomorph snacks, so he should be all sleepy and slow. Metal to the metal, good man.
I'm not sure if I'm excited or mortified by that. That was amazing, dude. That was amazing. Okay, we're back. I do apologize again. I keep on like new settings and everything like that, so we have to make sure that's well, like you don't have to stream at 60 FPS, but it's a good visual demonstration for this game as well, because again, 140 FPS, we want to show it. Okay, let's get back into it. Did you want to reset the timer, please? Oh, it's all good. Okay, good. Thank you for your patience. I am plagued with with just tech issues. Oh god, no. Not medium. Novice. Okay. Here we go again. Get ready on time. I'll say now when we go. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm so silly. It's all good. Time starts now. All right. We good now. We good, everybody. Thank you again so much for your patience. There's always going to be a tech issue with me. I am known as now as the tech lead with issues. Okay, so now that we can re-establish what we were getting up to within this game, what we are doing is we basically need to go and get dressed. That is the very first thing that we need to actually do. Like, you actually can't progress this game without getting dressed. Who knew? So let's go over to these lockers and get into our attire so that we can make our way over to Sevastopol so that we can basically go and find some kind of information towards where our mother may be. Because again, she went missing. We don't know what exactly happened, but upon the Sevastopol, there was like some kind of like something on the grapevine that there may be some information towards where our mother was. So we'll see if we can find anything, right? Okay, we're going to be doing our very first tech, which is going to be a cutscene skip. So what we need to do is we need to cross this point here, go backwards. Here, Ripley, get out of the whole radius of where the cutscene starts, and then it'll skip the cutscene basically. So then we're going to go over to Taylor, which is another cutscene, not cutscene skip, voice line skip. Coming up in just a second. Drift around.
Do you have time for another donation?
Yes! I'm sorry!
May I stroke your beard while I feed your grapes from Uni, $5.
If you feed me spicy ramen instead of grapes, I'll be more than happy. Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. Doing the same thing here. As soon as we hear Nolla Vista, then we're gonna go. Nolla Vista. Nolla Vista. That's the line that we need to kind of wait for as well. But like, you can literally go as soon as Turbata is said, and then we can go. Wait, Unicorn Gaming, was that you? Was that you that wants to feed me grapes? Well, that's an uwu if I've ever heard, right? So. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go all the way down to the other end of the hallway. This is basically going to confuse Samuels, our friend that we first met, into thinking that we're lost, which is actually going to try to advance Samuels closer to the briefing room. Like, imagine getting lost upon the Torrens, right? Imagine, it's pretty straightforward. The next thing that we're going to be doing is just waiting to get briefed. Cold can give you a little bit of information about the cutscene that we're going to be skipping. And then we just got to wait for the text saying briefing documents, and then we'll press enter on the thing, and then we'll skip the cutscene. So, Cold, please take it away.
Yes, so once Nick picks up these documents here, there's going to be a small cutscene where Samuels, Taylor, and you, Amanda, will be doing a spacewalk over to the Sevastopol. Unfortunately, there is an explosion which, catches the lead that they're attached to, and they all go flying around. And we get split apart from our group, so Samuels and Taylor's are elsewhere, whilst we crash into an airlock. Very lucky. There's a lot of luck in this game.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll end up waking up on Sevastopol in Mission 2.
Let's see if we get Mission 1 gold, shall we? And we do. So already, in Mission 1, we're on world record pace, everybody. It's as easy as that. It is as easy as that. Who knew I could perfect Mission 1? Okay, so again, let me be very, very clear. This is going to be hopefully a world record run because I can actually save a lot of time in the later missions. So this is why I do have my splits up. So you will see the previous segment time there. That is a gold 1.3. So let's see what we can do. All right. I think I just messed up the way that live split is, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. All right. Now we're going to be taking off our spacesuits, and then we're going to be making our way further into Sevastopol. We're going to press backwards and then start running. We now have the ability to be able to run. We're actually going to be doing another strategy, another tech. So what we're going to do is actually crouch here. By the way, this place is completely desolate and, it's not in a good shape because all the humans on board have basically all gone against each other. When the threat of something on board that kind of brought a lot of worry to everybody. Everybody decided to turn on each other. The standard thing. Instead of coming together, turn against each other, right? You know how it is. So you can see that it was desolate because of that big explosion that happened behind there, and a jump scare incoming. Jump scare incoming. This is basically a point where you take scripted fall damage. And it's kind of like a way to show, okay, this is definitely desolate because, the planks are breaking. Now, there is a flare down here. We are going to pick it up for later because we are going to be doing a few different flare strategies within this game. So, when we went into the event, we actually got rid of a little tutorial that would teach us normally how to crouch in a video game. So, we're able to get underneath that little scanner bit, very, very nicely and easily. Make sure you hold forwards when you go up these ladders. I often forget when I do that. I don't know why. We do need to make sure that we do get loot throughout this game as well. So any points that you can find loot, there are specific loot points as well that you can get that we will be picking up. So there is a big loot room in Mission 13, which we'll be definitely getting. Normally when we do crouch clipping early, we will go through that door via the crouch clip method. But what we're going to be doing here is restarting the generator and then opening the door via this terminal or via. Okay, here we go. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Now, you don't really want to take any damage here, so just quickly crouch and then uncrouch. Now, there's a little blueprint there. That's going to be the medkit blueprint, which we will be using a tiny bit throughout the runs. Like, seeing as we are on Novice, like we won't be taking too much damage. So it's going to be a good time that, you know, we can actually get through a lot of other bits of this run without too much worry of gunshots or anything like that, because the damage values for shotguns is very, very minimal. Revolvers is very light as well, but still, we still do need to keep a track of health. You can see the health bar in the bottom left because of my positioning. Usually I am on the left-hand side and I reposition the health, but here we got a good view. Right, we are going to restart the generator for this one here as well, because that's going to open up another door so that we can kind of find another route around to get to into Sebastopol. Because again, most of this area is all kind of blocked off because they're trying to stop something from getting somewhere. We don't know what's going on yet, but we know that something is going on because everything is kind of, you know, blocked off in the paths. So this is what we're trying to do right now. Cole, do you have anything to say at the moment?
As you probably guessed already, there is a crafting system in this game. You can build multiple different kinds of items that you can use to either distract enemies or, you know, kill them. You know, things like pipe bombs or flashbangs or noisemakers or anything like that. This run will include a minimal amount of things we need. We need at least one pipe bomb. 2 would be nice.
I think I will try and get 2 because we can use a pipe bomb to get rid of the humans in mission 15 or 16. Sorry.
Yeah. Considering this is Novice, that's not really a hard task, especially because we need them later on in the game.
Absolutely. Right, now we're going to come across our good friend over here, Axel. Axel can come out and RNG pace. This is terrible RNG. So, like, it wasn't the worst, because if it was actually the worst, we can actually get to a point where we can see him despawn. It's happening in quite a few runs. Obviously, like, the slower Axel is, like, you know, the lesser chance of, you know, getting a good mission split. But that wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. Alright, so again, we're going to be restarting generators to open up for some other doors. And then we're going to go up and find our trusty wrench. The wrench will come into good use throughout other areas of the run. But it's going to help us actually, like, reignite little terminals and stuff like that, because it actually requires a wrench to do that. Now, when we actually find a wrench, we're going to see a dead human there, so we can... It's just another kind of recognition that, you know, more bad things are going on right now. So, until we get the wrench, do we have any donations?
Let me check. We do. VGR, if you want to read this one, it is another $5 donation from Anonymous.
Alright, just kidding. Get chocobated and good luck. Have some drain.
Well, we know that's not Anonymous, and that's our friend Chocobo's in Isengard. Chocobo, thank you for the £5 donation, my friend. We appreciate you. Alright, did I still skip there, actually? So, we're going to hold both of the flippers and press L1. L1 is actually assigned to A, L3 is assigned to D. Yeah, D.
I think the stream froze.
Oh, goodness me. Uh-oh. Is it completely frozen? It shouldn't be.
Yeah,
I'm still streaming.
Frozen.
I'm still streaming.
Time is still going.
So it's the RTMP side of things?
Yep.
Okay. Let's just
We can reset. We can reset.
okay, I'm gonna reset right and see what happens.
Okay, I think we'll have to do a run reset, okay?
Hi, everyone.
Okay,
We're
we're
just
back.
going to do a quick reset.
Unfortunately, something happened with the RTMP feed, which is why it froze completely. I was still streaming to the RTMP.
There we go.
Okay, we're back. Okay. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to bump up the quality as well, because I just realized that the quality of my output was not good. Okay, bear with me 1 second, guys. Okay.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of donations for VGR to read while you're doing a reset, Nick. If that's okay.
Please do that. Please do that.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Not my fault this time.
We have a £40 donation from Seravium. Nico, you are the love of my life, my soulmate, my friend, my confidant. Come to the dark side.
Like how lovingly how lovingly that Darth Vader decided to greet me with gentle kisses, basically. Any other donations?
We
You
also
have
have
one
a
more.
£10 donation from Bund. No comment.
That'll be Witchbum. Thank you, Witchbum, for the donation. And Sarah Babe, I love you. Thank you so much for the £40 donation as well. That's very, very kind of you. Okay, get ready in time again. Hopefully this will be the last time we have to reset because, again, we had a technical issue with the RTMP feed. So let's see if we can go through this. So time will start. Now. All right. Again, guys, thank you so much for your patience. Like, obviously, I think I'm just destined to have tech issues for majority of streaming. So let's just roll with the punches and let's see what we can do. You guys are legends, and I appreciate everyone like being patient, like just with this run. We will get this though. So for the meantime, I think we could actually have like a nice little chat interaction. If anybody has any questions about the steering wheel actions, I'll be more than happy to answer. But at the same time, I would love to see emote spams. I would love to have an ayaya train in the chat. Who wants to get started with this ayaya chat? This is gonna be good times. I want cute chat only. Cute chat only, please. Because cute chat is cute. Nice. All right. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get that world record pace for mission 1 again, shall we? So, essentially, for the meantime, we can probably talk a little bit more about what's going to be happening with this run, if you know what I mean, because there are some major differences in comparison to... yeah, Taylor, good morning. Okay, good. Taylor, I mean Ripley. There are some major differences when it comes to Novice and Nightmare. Nightmare is actually a lot more predictable when it comes to kind of like putting the alien into a specific way. Because we want... Oh, okay, so that probably won't be mission 1 split because I didn't actually hit the dialogue point. So that's not too much of a stress, but at least we know that that could be a bit of a time loss. I mean, there we go. The more you know. Novice is unpredictable for the Xenomorph. And I truly mean that. A lot of people have had runs lost because they just could not predict the patterns of the Xenomorph. 1 second. Non l'ho vista. So, because we do have better use of the flamethrower in Novice, and like when you actually use it, like technically in Nightmare, when you do the strats that we do for the flamethrower, which is basically tap it, it actually uses more loot. More fuel in Nightmare, which is crazy to think. But Novice, like when you do the taps, it won't actually use as much. So we are able to kind of like breeze through areas and use up a good amount of flamethrower fuel because we will be picking up more flamethrower loot later on as well. Excuse me, I burped. So yeah, it's literally just a case of getting to the briefing room again, and we'll be back to mission 2 again, guys. Seriously, thank you so much for your patience. It's we will make this a full-fledged run. Let's hope, shall we? Let's hope for today.
If I remember correctly, I think in Novice, 1 tap uses 20 fuel, and in Nightmare, 1 tap uses 40, I think.
There we go. You heard it from Cold himself. There we go. So that's why, like I say, we can be a little bit more, lesser resourceful with the flamethrower fuel, but we still do need to keep a good track of how much that we use, because, again, when we get to, like, the later missions, we don't want to run out of flamethrower fuel in mission 18, at the second part of 18, because, again, more fuel, we can go faster. There is actually a strat to do a hugger boost, but we're not going to be doing that in no major glitches, because, 1, I'm not good at it, 2, I don't want to risk a run end. Because that would mean a run reset, basically, unfortunately.
You should try it with the flamethrower. There's a massive window. There is a massive window with the flamethrower.
Did we just save time from our first run?
Do we have time for a dono?
1 second. How do we get a faster mission 1?
Oh, I know why. Go ahead, do the donation, though.
VGR, are you here for a dono reading?
From the Mets. £10. Lord Vader say, cute chat, ooh.
Oh my, that ooh from Darth Vader is something that I'll forever remember. Cold, why do you think that was a faster mission 1 then?
So there's something you do that I noticed that wastes time every time, which is the second time you go and see Taylor, you know, the one where you have to wait a little bit. you actually grab the loot in the cupboard, which wastes about 2 or 3 seconds because by the time she's already said her dialogue, you're just coming back from the cupboard, so you could get that on the way to actually go to the bridge. I don't think you did that this time, which saved those couple seconds.
The more you know. I shall recorrect myself in future. Well, there we go. Thank you, Cold, for being the one to educate me today. Who knew?
More to come.
More to come, right? Being the one to basically help teach Cold no major glitches for the steering wheel as well. He's now teaching me. Who knew? But we will be racing very soon. I did buy Cold a steering wheel. So Cold will be doing a race with me soon. Also, I'm very, very excited. And I just realized I need to turn on my fan because I need to turn on my fan just outside my room because I'm starting to get very hot in this room. Maybe when we get to the point of when we're waiting for Axel at the elevator bit, I can just quickly navigate 5 feet to my right and then turn on the fan. Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good. That will forever haunt your nightmares, Daft Invader. I love that so much. By the way, did you know that I am actually the world record holder of this run as well? And we actually set it on Thunderthon, like, earlier on this week. Which is, this is crazy to think about as well, that, like, you know, as a workshop showcase for the steering wheel, I actually managed to get a world record in the run. So, are we going to see a second world record on Thunderthon for No Major Glitches Novice steering wheel? It's entirely possible. It is entirely possible. Alright, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, that's a time loss, unfortunately. I pressed the down and E too early, so it went straight into the, you know, the first prompt there. So that's a tiny bit of a time loss, but, you know, again, we'll be saving a lot of time later on anyway. Who else is competing in this category? So far, no one. So, yeah, it's easy world record, but I will have competition coming up very shortly. Cold is going to be running it. I've had word that Formagunda, who's another lovely streamer, that he's wanted to learn the strategies and he wants the remappings, so we'll see if we can get some more people involved with the steering wheel. Again, I will promote the fact that it's better to use the RWA Apex as a steering wheel because normal steering wheels kind of have, like, they don't get recognized by the software that I'm using, which is ReWASD. So this one, which is kind of like recognized as Xbox controller, actually you can basically reprogram an Xbox controller into keyboard and mouse. But I think they eventually will get support for it, but you know, right now they just won't be able to. It's how I was actually able to, which is still one of my favorite things I've actually ever done in streaming, is playing Surgery Simulator 2 on a steering wheel. And I think I completed the full game in about 7 hours. It was an incredible ride, that one. Like, I pun incredible ride. But it was one of the toughest things that I've actually ever done, apart from struggling. That was just let's not talk about struggling, but I will actually no, we will talk about struggling. I will do a full speedrun of steering wheel struggling percent for struggle. Struggling, sorry, the game is called Struggling. That was just insanely tough to do, but thanks to the guys at No Reset, there was an incentive donation amount met for me to do that showcase, and we got Fast Axel. Nice. And it was just downright hilarious. So again, VGR, thank you so much for getting me involved for that. That was brilliant, man.
Yeah, that was amazing. I loved watching every minute of that.
Because you can literally see me struggling and shouting at the top of my lungs.
And it lives up to its name, right?
Exactly.
Like,
I kind of made more of a struggle boat, really, didn't I?
Right. And one of these days we're going to get together and we're going to try and figure out some sort of settings that will actually work for that game.
Sounds good. Please learn. Yeah. Guys, if you do want to learn steering wheel percent for this game, I am more than happy to teach you guys. Because Alien Isolation is a very fantastic speedrun, actually. There is, like I say, there's obviously runs that you can kind of skip to the end a little bit quicker. You can technically complete this game in about 10 minutes. I did showcase this for the Sega 60th anniversary on my own stream not so long ago, which was like an amazing experience to be actually able to, in a sense, perform for Sega's 60th anniversary. I got invited by them directly to do a showcase. I did about a 9-hour marathon of different speedruns that you can do, which featured the steering wheel, CC only, 80% all missions, CC plus FPS, which is the 10-minute one, and I actually managed to do one of the hardest strats in the game, like on the third attempt, which was, for me, who learned the run a day before, absolutely impressive. I mean, even Cold, I think, was a bit like, oh, wow, if you know what I mean.
Which one was that?
A CC plus FPS.
Which strat?
You know, the one going out of bounds at the very last out of bounds.
Oh, in Mission 18?
Yeah. I did on the third try, like, after a day of learning.
Nice.
It was a good time. So, okay. Now we're back on track, guys. So let's continue to talk about the game and the lore. So we're going to be meeting with Axel. He's going to have a gun to our head. I mean, he's just going to say, hey, if you want to live, follow me. So I think we'll adhere to that because I don't really want to lose my head. I mean, I know there's a lot of danger. Haha, I'm in danger, said Ralph. We don't really want to, like, we just got a Ponds of Asphalt. We want to find out more about our mother. We don't want to make any enemies on here. Now, we're actually going to be skipping a little bit here. Normally, there'll be a cutscene where there's some people, as you just saw, just to our right, are fixing the elevator. We should technically encounter them and have a little cutscene with them, but we can just skip across. Like, we're going to be set in walking pace right now. And for the meantime, whilst we wait for Axel to kind of like do his talky bit, I'm just going to quickly turn on my fan. Did you want to talk a little bit more about the cutscene? Cold.
I'd rather talk about how beautiful Axel is. So, Axel is about 5'10". You know, he's got a beautiful shiny head.
This is a dating profile!
He, we matched with him. The first contact was the muzzle of his gun. I treasure the moment every time I play this game.
Behind door number 1!
It's a shame our time together isn't a long time, but this moment in the elevator is definitely...
Well, now we're technically behind door number 1. Okay.
Time for a donation?
Yes, we do, absolutely.
VGR, you're up. It looks like this one's for you as well.
Alright. From Chocobos, £5. Nick, do you even have a driver's license? That's highly illegal. I'm going to use my Octocop. That is to ticket the... out of you.
Oh, the bleeping. Thank you, Chocobo, for the £5 donation. You know what's funny, actually? You know, I might as well talk about it because I don't care. I don't have a driver's license. I actually failed my driving test 3 times, and I haven't taken it since then. My theory, my driving theory has actually expired, so I have to redo my driving theory and then my test again if I ever want to. So, the life of a stay at home streamer, right? There we go. Okay, so I love that. It's so funny. Guy who doesn't have a driver's license playing a driving game that isn't a driving game with a wheel. There we go. All right. So now we're coming across some more humans here. Basically, like, they are kind of technically a threat to us because you can see Axel's just like, no, don't hide. So kind of like,
don't get matched with them.
Yeah, we don't want to get messy because they do have guns as well. And like, I'm unequipped. Axel is equipped, but you know he wants his life as well. You know, I mean, as the new Nintendo says, I'm not sus. Axel's a sus. Everybody on Pon here is sus.
This part of the game is why the game was rated 18, by the way. So if you have kids watching, I'd turn away.
Yes, I agree with that as well. So we're now going to go into Axel's bachelor pad. You know, we were behind door number 1. Now he's inviting us back to his place. It's going to be good times. But what we're going to be doing is he's offering us now a flashlight that we can put upon our heads, which we'll only be using once, which is in this mission as well. What we need to do is literally go around, loot in the pad, wait for Axel to come through. We're going to go back into this room here to pick up that loot that was just on the right there. Making sure that you're actually near to the point of this door, because if you actually are a little bit too far away, Axel won't come through the door, because technically we should be waiting for him on the other side. Again, there's a radial point for where things actually happen. So you don't want to be outside of the radius, because that happened to me during a run. I was like, wait, why is Axel not moving? And then I lost the run, and then I had to reset, so there we go. Alright, now because of my remapping, I have 2 inputs on 1 button. Right now, to activate the flashlight, I press the R3 twice and hold. This will now reload, as you can see in the bottom left, and press it again twice. That will turn on the flashlights. If I just press the R3 once, that's actually going to be the button for pulling up the tracker tool that we will be getting at some point and never using again. Yeah, never using again, because it's a waste of time. Actually, it's not a waste of time. It's a good thing, especially if you're a novice. But do we need to know where we're going? We just need to know how to go fast. Directions are but a suggestion. So now we just have to wait for Axel to find this vent. Technically, right now, we could actually turn off the flashlight, because once he actually gets the recognition of, like, hey, that's where it is, he's gonna know where to go. Like, his pathing is already set in stone. So right now, we can just turn off the flashlight, and we're gonna press the R1 button. The R1 button is assigned to Q, which is the radial menu for, like, items and crafting. We're going to be performing our first major strategy of this game, which is going to be flare distraction. What we have to do here is throw a flare into a certain direction, and then we're going to have to crouch hop across from one way to the other. Crouch hopping actually provides more of a silent experience of going from one direction to another. It's not completely silent. Completely silent is a strategy called cycle running. Cycle running is a major glitch which we cannot perform in this run. To do that, for cycle running, what you would do is you'd hold forwards and right, you'd hold the shift button or the run button and press space or the crouch button every like half a second. This will perform a silent step, so you can continuously silently run past the xenomorphs, past the androids and the humans, and they will not know where you are unless they're in their vision, if you know what I mean. Like I say, we can't do that strategy, so crouch hopping is technically something that you can do yourself, so it is a minor strat that we can do. So let's do the thing now. So let's hope we throw this right. We're going to activate the flare with the R button or the circle button, and then throw it with the flippers. Turn around. Start crouch hopping. They're going to get alerted by the flare. They're not going to notice that we're crouch hopping, so we can just go over this way. Wait here. Wait for them to look at the flare a little bit more. And then we can start making our way through. Click that little SEI injector there. That loot is random. And then you can run from about here. Cool. Now, the next strategy that we're going to be doing is an Axel warp. So what we do is we actually go to this door. We turn around. Turn around again. You can see Axel actually starting to come through that door. And when he actually comes through that way, it's going to realize that, like, oh, Axel should be here by now. But why is he not here? Okay, I know what to do. If you touch this door and turn around, Axel will just warp here. He does it. He just goes zoomy boy. He is zoomy boy for a minute. You'll see why in a minute. So we need to reestablish more power from getting further into Sebastopol. So this door requires a double button press to reignite the power. So let's do it. I'm ready. I'm 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one of my favorite things. It's like, you're technically counting 5 there, but, you know, a 3 in-game, apparently. Right, there's a human on the other side. He's attacking this guy. Let's whack him with a wrench. And then, you know, Axel just straight up kills a guy. And we're just like, oh, no. Oh, no. Now, there's a chance here that you can actually get in front of Axel, depending on the way that we come out of this animation. But we got a nice little animation here where he just goes straight into the hallway. And now we're going to be skipping a cutscene. This cutscene, Cold, would you like to explain?
Unfortunately, our lovely, beautiful Axel is no longer with us. He found another date. Found a date with Steve. So yeah, he's gone. He's gone now. Rejection.
Can I get an effing chat for rejection? Okay, right now, technically technically Steve is actually active. Believe it or not, you can actually get the encounter of a xenomorph in this room. If you make too much noise or hang around here for too long, the xenomorph will drop, especially a nightmare. Don't make any noise. So literally just crouch here, and then you're good to go. I believe this is going to be a gold split as well, so we will be directly on the world record pace, which is very, very exciting. Steve is Mr. Steal Your Man! I love that so much! That's on the pieces. Nice one. Alright. Let's see what the time will be, guys. Let's see. Again, like, the only reason that we are putting live split onto this run, which is like probably like the first time that I think we've done this for an actual Thunderthon Marathon is because of the chance that this will actually hopefully be a world record run. So, yep. So, minus 6.7 is not a goal split, but it's still on point. We are still ahead on world record pace. So, let's continue to get this, shall we? Let's continue. All right. So, we're now going to be going into like the main sort of like lobby area. It's a Systech lobby, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cold.
No.
Okay.
You're good.
Yay! What was that? I tried to breathe in my mouth, but it was closed.
It's like a little mouth fart.
Yeah, so underrated critic, actually. Steering Wheel Percent is a meme category. So if you go to speedrun.com/AI meme, it is on the category list there. Right, so we're now going to be encountering a few humans. They're going to treat us as a hostile, so we don't really want to be in their way. She's going to fire a warning shots. Then they're going to she's going to run over to our other human friends and then say, like, you know, oh, hi, there's somebody else here. We should probably kill them. So now we're going to be grabbing our first, like, tool, proper tool that we will be using throughout this run, which is the hack tool. This will allow us to get into rooms that are, like, with that little lock that's in front of you. It will help us to get into rooms like that. Now, to get into that room, we need to go grab a data cell upgrade to actually be able to hack. We're going to be doing another strat here. Stop running here. And sprint burst, which is pressing the shift key every so often and starts crouch hopping after you get to that little sofa. So when you do the little... oh, did he turn around? No, we're fine. I thought he turned around there. I got very concerned. Right. Now we're going to be doing another strategy here, which is actually... I'll explain sprint bursting again in a moment. We actually just... press that button there. The reason that we did that is that it's actually going to unlock the door for us when we make our way up. Normally, there's going to be humans when you make your way up back. Like, it will be locked, and sometimes there might be humans on the door on the other side. But pressing that button will kind of despawn, and then we're going to be actually going fast up the stairs, which will technically despawn the humans. Right, let's go now. Whew. A lot of words to say. Now, because we're on Novice and loot will be easier to get, we can just literally skip past this part. On Nightmare, there is actually specific loot points that you'll be using, so that's you know, kind of an important bit there. All right. God, there's a lot of things to talk about. Okay, by the way, this is the flight recorder that should ascertain to some kind of knowledge of our mother, but nothing's on there. Files are corrupted, and there is a reason why, which we will kind of get about to for mission 9, actually. So for the meantime, what we're going to be doing is grabbing that data cell upgrade. Cold, have you got anything to say right now?
It's game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over. All right.
Game over, man. Game over.
I watched that today.
Nice. Good timing, really. All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now that we got the data cell hacked, we're going to hack this door for the first time. My strategy for being able to actually do this is... Hold on, let me hack this first. There we go. Is to kind of press up and down on the D-pad. That will kind of like start to get the movement of the hack tool just a little bit more in tune, and then you can use the wheel for the rest of it. Okay, continuing on. We got another door to hack, and we kind of want to open up like the lockdown that's going on just in this area. So we're going to go into the security room here to be able to do that, or the tech workshop area. But there it is. Now to actually do these hacks, what I'm doing is I've got the arrow keys on the top part of my wheel on the share and the options button, and then I'm pressing the triangle button for the E button. But first off, can we get a hello Steve in the chat, because this is the very first sighting of the Xenomorph. By the way, meme name throughout the speedrunning alien isolation community is Steve. Oh, hi Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Oh, hi Steve. Oh, tail please. Okay. Ooh. It doesn't get me. I'm acting. I'm acting right now, just in case you didn't know. Now we could technically loot here. I'm actually not going to. I want time saves. So we're going to go around to the right hand side here, and then we're going to make our way back up to... You remember that very first door that we saw next to the hack tool? That's where we want to go through, because Right now, we're trying to re-establish communication to both Taylor and Samuels because they actually are upon Sevastopol. So we need to go and re-establish it. So that's the kind of direction we go. Again, we're running up these stairs. It'll despawn the humans usually when the door is open here. They'll all be down here. Xenomorph is down there. And now we're going to be performing our first backup strat, which is going to be going around this way and crouch hopping so that we're going to be silent. So it's going to kind of go to like the last point of where he heard you. And by the way, that is my favorite sound ever.
I was doing this run earlier, and the craziest thing happened. Where you were crouch hopping just then, Steve was actually running right at me, like behind me, but he actually lost me around the corner somehow, so I managed to get away with it. It was the most terrifying experience of my life.
This is what I mean. Unpredictability, scary times. And that was a time save. That was an immense time save because I didn't have to wait. He was right behind me, so I was able to continuously crouch hop down the stairs. That was a big time save. So we are currently 21.1 seconds ahead of our world record pace. Let's go. Not a goal split though, but we're still quite ahead. So now we're into mission 4, everyone. So luckily that went down quite well and quite easily. So that was nice GG plays. So this is the kind of like the first real interaction that we're having with the androids here. Can I help you? No, I'm busy. I'm speedrunning. Go away. All right, we're now going to be picking up the tracker tool and then never using it again. So now let's press the R3 button as soon as we stop like looking at it. You know, it's pretty. But press the R3 button, turn around, and we're going to go to this door right here. We're going to open up the door by going down to the utilities bit. All right, let's go. This is going good so far. This is going good. I'm actually enjoying. Yeah, we don't need the thing at all. It is, but again, a suggestion. So we can leave it as a suggestion. There we go. Right. Now, what we do here is we are able to get a charge pack from this thing here. So on the way back. So we just press E on that and then we'll collect it later. This is the second mini game that we will encounter by just pretty much matching up the lines. When it's on the left-hand side, that's usually such a bad pattern. Like, you know, it's like a bad placement because you have to wait for it to go back and forwards. So, loot, turn around, and enter the event. Now, you can do that quite quickly. So, especially on when you're on keyboard and mouse, that can be like one seamless motion. We're now going to be coming up to Mr. Hughes. He's going to have a nice little encounter with the android. It's called. I want you to say something about this little interaction here.
So, Mr. Hughes is going to have a little disagreement with the android. The android will introduce Mr. Hughes to the wall, and unfortunately, while they do their little dance, he will spill all of his strawberry jam all over the floor. Yes, that's right. Strawberry jam. Delicious.
Good day. I love the fact that the android has no emotions. It's just like, good day. It's like that meme, you know, of the guy sliding down the little ramp. He's just like, good evening. Okay. I knew I'd fit in a meme somewhere as well, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, so we're going to go gain access to the elevator. We're going to turn around. And Mr. Hughes, again, is but a suggestion, so let's loot him. We're just as bad as the androids. You know, we're kind of villainous in our ways, and we're kind of looting dead bodies. Absolutely splendid human behavior. Now, we're going to go to this door, and we're going to be activating the controls. Actually, activating the alarm there actually kind of helps out for the android coming through, because sometimes there can be a soft lock where the android actually isn't in here, and then that's a rip run. All right. So, what we do here is we continuously run. We're going to run all the way over to the communications point because the androids will kind of be following us, but because we're going to be going fast, we're actually going to be able to activate the terminal for the communication bit early. Normally you have to do 3 hack puzzles, but because the android isn't in the area, we can go right to the back of it and then talk with the guys. I guess for the meantime, do we have any donations?
Actually, we just got one in if VGR also wants to read this.
Okay, let's see here. Skyberg, 20 pound. Broom broom, Nikaroo. Drive that. What?
Nostromo.
Nostromo down to the ground.
Skyboard, thank you for the donation. Now, I actually did lose a little bit of time there because I just stayed at the terminal and I should have gone closer to the door, so a little bit of time loss. I'm kind of like, there's a lot of pressure going on and stuff like that, so I'm sure you can understand. Right, the android's there, no soft lock, that's good. Now, because it's novice, the timing of where the android actually comes out is a little bit lesser. The android can actually freak out at that point when he gets closer to us, so shoot him in the stomach. The shooting bits into the stomach of the android or any kind of like part of the body will cause like a little stun animation for the androids, and then we can actually get past to where we need to go and do specific strategies. We will be doing these android shots quite a few times. One's coming up very, very soon as well. Now remember that we clicked on that little conveyor belt to get the charge pack. Now we can pick it up. We can just pick it up. Time loss. Okay, doesn't matter. So, like, normally you can, like, just quickly look at it and pick it up, but again, I was just literally not looking at it too well. We're going to turn around, and we're going to be, there's going to be another android down this way, so we do another android shot to the stomach or the chestal region. And there's another android coming around up here as well. Now, usually when you're on a good pace, android will be kind of like... Oh, that was close. Okay, so what we just did there is kind of like a Texas two-step where you kind of make him go one direction so he can go the other. So I did that little bit of like a, you know, a strife to the right. So he was thinking that we were initially going right, and then I kind of went left for the rest of it. Now, he can either grab you in that instance, or he can just punch you. If he just punches you, then you can quickly speed on. Sometimes you don't even get a punch, and you're just fast as, if you know what I mean. All right. Now, from this point here, we stop running because technically now Steve is active and we do not want to piss off Steve. So yeah, we sprint burst. Like I mentioned earlier, sprint burst is by pressing the shift button or the D-pad left every sort of like half a second. This will kind of give us like a little bit of a boost in our walk, and it is silent technically. This is something that you can do normally. And it just kind of helps us to advance to the next location just a little bit quicker. Alright. So now we just have to wait for this tram to get here, and then we'll be going into mission 5. So the cutscene that we skipped was them saying, hey, we are upon Sevastopol, and this is where we are. We're going to need some help, so please come and see us urgently, basically. That's what we're going to be doing. Alright.
He also told us that Taylor is injured. She is not doing well. She's dying.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
There we go. Yeah, just into the reds there. So it's only a 0.1 mission loss, but that was because I didn't go away from the terminal. That's absolutely fine. And there was the charge pack bit. Anyway, so when we open the door, we are going to see Taylor and Samuels, and they're going to be, they're going to greet us. We're not going to greet them. We're just going to go Zoom Boy. We're like,
going to run over them.
Well, technically, yeah, oh my god. Yeah, we're going to run over them. Sounds horrible in so many different ways. But we're still going to do another horrible thing, which is just running past Taylor whilst she's injured on the floor, you know. Can we get like an effing chat for Taylor, just like kind of being there on the floor? Poor Taylor.
Covered in tire marks and everything.
Now, we could technically at this point get the V3 for the pipe bomb blueprint. Again, we are not able to do that. That is a major glitch. So we literally just operate this bit as normal. Okay. Now we're going to be going down, and we're going to be trying to find somebody who may be upon Sevastopol that can basically help out with Taylor. So I would love for Cole to discuss this forthcoming bit. So Cole, please take it away.
Okay, so we're going to be introduced to a lovely new character. We've moved on from Axel. We are now met up with Cool Man.
Cool
Dr. Coleman.
Man.
Cool Man.
Cool Man.
So... we're going to find him sat in an isolated room. He's going to tell us that he is a doctor and that he knows where some medical supplies are. But to get those, he has to sit there whilst we go and risk our own lives whilst he watches us, which is fantastic. So we're going to listen to him talk for about 2 minutes. We're not going to listen. He's a very, very uninteresting man.
Oh,
I much
completely.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be cool, man, but he's boring, man, right?
He's a cool man. He will be a dead man. But for now, he's also a very lazy man.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go grab a code for him and a key card, which will then allow him to give us access to an elevator so we can move on from his death.
So now we are actually building an item. This is how we're going to be building the pipe bombs later. So what we did there is that we pressed the left mouse button on one of the items, and then it will bring us to like the craft menu bits. Now we're just waiting for them to talk about it. So, you know, like Coolman's basically saying, oh, I can help you, but get the thing, you know? It's not up to me, it's up to you. You do the thing. So we're going to emergency overwrite this door, and we're going to make our way over to kind of find the code to the next door. Yeah, you can see that text there, mutual benefits. Basically, he's lazy. He's very, very lazy.
He's just too cool.
Just too cool that he can't operate his legs. Okay. Let's hack this door. Good. Now, the reason that we're pressing E on that button there is that technically it's kind of theorized that it actually helps the animation of the whole track, like the hack tool, to go away quicker. Now, once you get to that point there, what you do is you just press Q a few times to get out of the menu of the computer, and then you can make your way through. Now, this is another counterpoint of the xenomorph. It's scripted, so if you do this whole bit quickly, this will be a breeze. So let's see if we can hack this quickly. Oh. Cold knows how hard this is to do on the wheel and the pedals, right? Like, we should kind of like do a memory basis for like what inputs, because
we should.
Yeah, we need to do that, because I always mess up, because I always forget like what is left, what is right, what is up, what is down.
Especially on terminals for me.
Yeah. So the reason that we go into this room is that we finally have got access to Dr. Morley's key card. There's a pipe bomb blueprint here, which we do need to get. That is very, very important. I've often done runs where I've forgotten it, and it just messes up the run completely. So, because again, that whole scripted situation of the xenomorph going down, we were able to do this whole bit quickly, so the xenomorph won't actually be coming for us at all. If you're a little bit too late, the xenomorph will hear where you are and chase you. So, again, you have to operate Mission 5 on a very, very quick basis. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Again, we still need to be silent, because, you know, the xenomorph is still active. But once we get to a point where we see Coolman coming to the door for us, then we can, when he does this little glitch, then we can make our way into the elevator. Alright.
Cool man.
I know, what a cool man. He's actually opening up a door for us. Here we go. So you can see him do like a little twitch here. It's kind of like the animation's kind of getting confused between each other. There we go. Door open. Enter the key card. And then look down. Now we're going into mission 6, which we can run a little bit, but for the rest of it, we will have to sprint burst. That was almost a gold split, but 4.5 time save, perfect. Right, going into mission 6, we're now going to try to get the trauma kit, because it is actually located on like the medical bay area for this part of Sebastopol. But we actually encounter Thunderthon, which we will be using later for one of the strategies. Again, sprint burst, because it won't bring too much noise to where you are. You press up, E a few times, and then press Q to get out once you've activated the cooling system, and then you activate these little terminals here. Now, there's actually three of these little coolants in the room, so we need to open up this door to grab the remaining one. Turn around, drift around, and then we're going to put it onto the other side, which will open up the other doors just over there, basically. So, right, let's do this. Now, we could loot that little box there, but again, we need to go fast. There's so much loot upon this run anyway that we don't need to worry too much about this. Now, this bit is very easy. Right E, left E, Q. You press E on that.
Yeah, these ones are a lot easier because you don't have to use the pedals.
Yeah, absolutely. So, ooh, I shouldn't be running. That's fine. I keep on forgetting not to run there, but you know, it's not too bad. I thought that was almost a drop there. I almost thought he dropped in that area. I mean, that wouldn't really matter too much with the patterns, but still. Again, this is Novice. It's nerve-wracking. It's absolutely nerve-wracking because you cannot predict where the xenomorph will be or when it will drop. As long as you kind of adhere to some kind of like normal strategies and patterns that is kind of set in stone from Nightmare, then it should be fine. All right. So again, xenomorph is active around here. Sprint burst. We're going to be coming up to another computer, which will give us the code to go into the next room, which is 2505. But we do need to get a key card to actually open up that door. So that code is going to open up where the key card is met. So here we go. So we press E, then we press down and Q. There we go. Turn around. Get to this. Oh, no. I pressed E too many times, so I accidentally pressed 0 there. So, a little bit of a time loss. Not too much of a stressor. Again, we're still on very good pace right now. Go over here. Make that turn go into flames. And then we're going to be getting our flare out in a second. And then doing 3 big crouch chops here. Once you've actually put the card in, then you can scroll over to be able to get the flare. Run from here, activate the flare, and throw into this specific point. This specific point will bring the human's attention to a bright light in a room, so they'll hopefully be navigating it. Right, let's get the medkits. If they're not here, then what we'll do is we'll just circumvent through them. But they are all gone because of that little strategy, so we're all good to go. Good. Because like if you do that correctly, then the humans will not be there. And if they are not there, I mean, if they are there, then that means that they didn't adhere to the flare. And you could lose a bit of health there because they'll probably shoot at you and hit you with their guns. Nobody likes being damaged, so we keep our health and we're all good to go. Again, now what we need to do in this room is we're going to be activating the middle terminal, so we're going to be regenerating power for this area. Once we've regenerated power, we're going to be hacking the terminal, which will kind of activate the next, like the whole kind of energy for this room. And I can't remember exactly what happens after the regeneration of power. Do you know, Colt?
After you turn on this power here.
Yes.
So it lifts that lockdown. Look, you know how the door that you're supposed to go through, that you go to originally, how it's locked?
Oh, yes, there we go.
This sort of powers up the facility again, I believe.
You can actually see Steve acted there to drool. Don't go under the vents. So, normally this is where I'll play meme music, because all we need to do is just run from one way to the other. So, literally just go fast. If there are any humans, you can kill them, or you can just run by them. Again, this is Novice, so if you do take any damage, it won't be too much of a stressor. So here we go. And we got no humans, so that's good. That is pretty good. Nice. Literally just go fast, pretty much. Who knew in speedruns, literally just go fast, right?
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thought, eh? Now, this is going to be a loud volume warning, so guys, if you are using headphones, please be aware. Please be aware, this bit is very loud. Surprise! Okay, so now that we've met the xenomorph and everything exploded around us, we're going to get out of here because, you know, if we stay in this area for too long, we're going to die of smoke inhalation. So I don't want that. Let's go and grab this medkit on the floor and then look up and get up to the ladder. Now, this is a mistake that I made immensely in my very first playthrough. In video games, there's not many situations where they make you look up. I'm sure all of us have played games where we've never had to look up at all, and it's all been kind of like very seamlessly operable at eye level. So it took me about like a good half an hour to realize, oh, there's a ladder on the floor. Where could this ladder that has broken off come from? And then I looked up. Then I saw the ladder. Then I decided to hate myself. But no, literally, we go up the ladder, and then then we're making our way around to get to another kind of like alternative way to get back to Samuels and Taylor. But when we're doing crouch clipping only, we can actually circumvent having to go up this ladder in this whole process and just go through a door straight to the next area. I love crouch clipping only. It's one of my favorite speedruns to do because the actual tech for crouch clipping, like, it's kind of user dependent, really. So it is a case of like scrolling at a perfect speed and getting good. Right?
You really need to get back on that.
I do soon.
I need more competition just like you need on this.
Well, I gave you competition for a good time, now give me competition. Right?
I'm trying.
Yeah, as Daft and Vader said as well, if you do not hit the quick time events here in good enough time, you can actually die. You could, like, if you're just stuck, then you can actually just die in that whole process. So, yeah, again, parlay what I just said. You just need to get good. You just need to tap E quickly. All right, going into mission 7. This actually might be a goal split. Let's have a look, see.
You just need to feel the force, Nico.
And I felt it. We just got a goal split. Nice. 27.9 seconds. What? Can I just clarify to everybody in the chat right now? We just saved 27.9 seconds. I don't know how we did that.
You literally just went fast.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's because you yellowed a bunch. Skip this, skip that.
Maybe.
Yep.
Either way, 27.9 seconds is perfect. That's fantastic. That's a gold. That's a true gold right now. Okay, so what we're now going to be doing is we're going to be crouch hopping this way and turning around. Crouch hopping a little bit. Now, this is good. This is a good pattern. So we can actually just sprint burst up the way to the top part of the stair, and then we can run from here. Now, normally if there's another human in the way, we want to go around the box and then kind of wait for him to go to the other side, for which we can then do the same sprints as soon as we get to the top of the stairs. We're going to be doing the backup strats for Mission 7. There are a few different strategies, a few YOLO strategies. I would not advise it on a steering wheel, so please don't do the thing. So now we're going to be grabbing an upgrade for our hack tool. And as soon as we do that, we're going to start sprint bursting. Again, from once we get the hack tool, stop running. And I'd just like to remind you, just as the Reclusa said, we are £450 away from our donation goal of £3,000. And again, if we do hit £3,000, the rest of the run will be commentated in Dr. Evil. So if you guys want to hear Dr. Evil for the rest of the run, let's meet that $3,000 goal, pound goal. Apologies, my brain and currencies. Alright, so once we have done this, hack here is when we can continue to run. So again, up till here, we need to make sure that we don't run at all. Alright, good. So yeah, £3,000. Can we meet it, guys? Let's do the thing. This is the last run for the day, for the whole marathon as well. If we meet that £3,000 donation, that will mean the world. And we'll be saving a lot of animals as well. So please, for the greater good of saving animals, for the World Veterinary Service, please donate and please show your support to all the different for this charity. Okay. All right. So from here, we're going to be crafting a pipe bomb, or as much as a pipe bomb we can do. So I'm missing blasting capsule, which we will be getting. So that's all fine. Get the flare. We're now doing another backup strategy, which is going to be the flare distraction. Like similar as what we did to mission 2. What we're going to be doing is going out this door, then sprint bursting for a bit. Once we get to 1 bit, very, very shortly, we're going to be activating our flare, crouching, and then throwing it. Again, this is going to now, like, kind of bring the attention of the humans to thinking, oh, there's a red light. Put on a red light. That tune. The humans are going to be like, maybe I should have checked the red light out, you know? So once we've done all that, we've got the compression cylinder to reactivate the elevator, which we do need to use. Then we can get out very, very safely. Now, make sure you actually look down on this button here, because I've often looked just a little bit off, and then I had to press up, and then it's a time loss to be able to bring it back down, technically 3 steps. All right, let's go. Now, once you press this button here, stop running. Pretty much as soon as you get the compression cylinder, Steve is active again. We don't want to get killed in this little bit. Now, we have got the two static blasting caps that you can get in this room. So that's kind of like free loot there, basically. So now we're just going to be sprint bursting quite timely, going towards the elevator. There should be no humans on the floor. There is no humans on the floor. Perfect. Again, still kind of avoiding the vents because the xenomorph is still active. So let's just keep it slow. There you go. You can hear them over to our left. That's good indication that they're up there. Okay. So yeah, this whole time, like, you know, when we fell down, we saw that there was an issue with this little cylinder here. So this is what we're doing, is we're getting this second compression cylinder, fixing it. It's easy as inserting it, and oh, we've got another charge pack. Nice. There we go. All right, that went down quite nicely. Whew. Now that we're actually outside of that whole area, we can continue to run. So there are some humans above this next bit here. They're kind of like surveying the area to make sure that there is no activity or anything like that. I mean, essentially we are a human, so we're not as much of a threat to them. But once we actually go up the ladder here, the xenomorph will kind of be a little bit more active in this area. But you know, we can just run. So they're going to be shooting some shots at the xenomorph.
Something you never see in speedruns and this part of the mission is the human on the very far left of the row of 3 there. He actually gets rugby tackled off the edge by Steve. There's a little cool animation.
I had no idea.
Yeah, you miss it every time because you're on the ladder when it happens. That's why they start shooting. They're not shooting at you. They're shooting at Steve that rugby tackled their friend.
There we go. All right. So the next mission. Oh, my headphones are acting up a little bit. Like, I've got a little bit of a loose connection with my GoXLR, so I've got a little bit of buzzing in my ear, but it's not going to be an issue. I can just fiddle around with the thing. All right. So we've now got this door, and because we're in later into the missions, and this door is just a little bit strengthier, this has actually got more, hack icons. So the more hack upgrades that you get, the more hack items you need to do. So go from like 3 to 4 to 5. Apart from one mission where is it 5 or is it how many is it in that one go for mission 13?
I think it's 6.
I think it might be 6. Yeah, specifically for that one, it will be 6 hack items that you need to do. Now, if you haven't already crafted a pipe bomb, this is the perfect time to craft that pipe bomb. So let's take over this brace, making sure that you don't do a major strat, which is pressing the button behind this this brace. If you do that, that is a run invalid. The way you can do that is by looking down at a certain point, and you'll be able to press the button before the brace. All right, now that we called the elevator, perfect time to loot. Do we have any donations at all?
No new donations at this point, but I can still plug our charity.
Yes, please do.
As a reminder of why we're all here, our charity is Worldwide Veterinary Services. And right now, thousands of animals are suffering silently with no chance of ever receiving veterinary care. Like you, we don't think this is fair. Worldwide Veterinary Service provides free expert care to animals in need all over the world. We do this by sending vets where they are needed most, training them to increase the standard of care globally, and by shipping urgent aid supplies worldwide and to Sevastopol every week of the year.
All right, so what we did all there is stuff that we do need to do. We need to make sure that we did it all timely, so that we get this human over here, we kill him with one strike, not get caught there. Activate this terminal. We have to activate this terminal again. Get the stun baton out and stun baton this guy. Kill him. And then we can make a way and go get the gas torch. So everything there again was specific that you have to do in timing. If you do it a little bit slow, then the human might actually, because it's novice, might get a bit distracted and think, oh, there's a lever pulled. I'm going to check the lever out. So you want him to come towards you so that you can kill him, so that he is not a threat to you, really. Okay. Now we got some... this is our first time that we're going to be using the gas torch. So you want to make sure that you're obviously doing the direction keys to be able to cut open the gas torch. So right now I'm pressing technically the D button, and now I'm pressing down, so I'm pressing the S key. It's all about just like making sure, like when you get to the very corners, that you're pressing the next button to go ready. Like I did there at the demonstration. I didn't do it at the right time, so it kind of got stuck into the direction, if you know what I mean. All right.
Speaking of animals, there is actually a Jonesy Easter egg in Mission 2, if you guys didn't know about it.
There we go. Maybe
when you activate the generator just before you go grab the maintenance jack, you can actually hear a cat meowing off to your left-hand side.
There we go. Who knew? Who knew?
Do we have a second to make an announcement?
Absolutely, yeah.
I've been given the green light to add another voice as our donation reader. So, if you guys want me to use the voice, the Mephisto Lord of Hatred, let us know.
For $5. What
So
will people
for
write
for Vader, do hashtag Lord Vader, and for Mephisto, do hashtag hatred.
Okay, could you write that in the chat as well? Oh, by the way, shoot the stairs. They're angry. I always forgot to do that. Okay, the reason that we shoot the stairs there is that there are technically humans on the other side of the stairs. We don't want them to come down and ruin our day. So we shoot the stairs. That will be enough to kind of like, make them scurry away. And plus the stairs are evil. They're evil, Scott. Those stairs are evil. We must shoot it, and we must kill it, and it must die. There's your Dr. Leave impression. If you want to have it for the full rest of the run, £3,000. Let's meet it. Let's meet it, okay? Again, I will do the whole run at £3,000. We will reach our goal, hopefully. The goal for this whole marathon is £3,000. I would love to see some more donations towards making this a better, raising more money for a great charity. I would love that so much. Okay, so we're now going to be coming up to the best, most fun, most non-boring mission ever. Yay! Basically, we're going to be going to a big autopilot, you know, just a walking cutscene. That's literally it. It's an autopilot one, you know, auto walk. So we'll have plenty of time to catch up. We'll have plenty of time to chill. If you guys have any questions about this run specifically, I will be reading the chats for any kind of like questions regarding the steering wheel or any strategies for this game. So please feel free. Please feel free. Reclusa says, I think that Yay scared you more than the game. I'm not sorry. I'm glad that you finally got a scare from Alien Isolation. Well then. I'm actually going to loot this box here because we haven't actually picked up a lot of loot surrounding. So there's char packs and it was worthless. That was a worthless box. Okay, so now we're going over to where we did meet a person earlier on in a cutscene that we skipped, which was Colonel Marshall Waits, and he wants us to basically come to here after we re-establish kind of like the transit system, which is what we did all the buttons for. So now we're with good people who are on our side. And they are holding somebody called Marlo. Marlo actually knows a bit of information about where our mother is and what the whole thing is. So, yeah, I think, Cole, did you have any information to interject before we go into Mission 9?
Marlo is not Waits, and Waits is not Marlo.
Thank you.
Because I get those mixed up too much. Oh, actually, very fun little thing. If you play this game CCFPS, you can get inside where Marlo is, and he's indestructible. You can shoot him everywhere. He won't die.
It's hilarious. For Playful's question in the chat, they said, how long did it take for you to finish this game casually? And I can tell you that it took me 8 streams of 4 hours. So about, if I do my math right, 32 hours. I math well. As soon as we are on Mission 9, coming up to Mission 9, do we have any donations? Oh, I think Zero might be BRB, so we'll read some donations in a short few. Alright, so now we're into Mission 9, and this is basically the mission called The Derelict. This is a big ode to the very first movie of Alien, and you get to actually go onto the Derelict. The reason that we're going to this desolate planet is that there's actually a beacon signal that we managed to trace as we're going around orbit. So now we're going here because, you know, we probably should check it out, shouldn't we? And I think there was some other lore in here. I think, Cole, you've actually got the documentation still for the write-up for Mission 9, don't you?
I don't have access to it anymore.
Ah, well. So my lore is a bit out of my head there. Basically, for the meantime, what we're going to be doing is we got the tracker tool out again. That's basically going to direct us to where the beacon signal is. We just press C once because we know exactly where we're going. And now for the rest of it, this is just pretty much cruising hours. We will be getting to a point where...
time for a donation?
Yes! I'm sorry, Vader!
Alright, from Yundu Poppin Sol?
Yondu Poppin Yol.
There we go. 25 pounds. You got this, Nick. Going to a good cause. Gotta show some love to you, man. Big love to you.
Big love to you, buddy. Alright. Nice. Is there any other donations at the moment?
None at the moment.
No problem. Alright. So, what we're now going to be going is we're going to go up to this mushroom rock right here. This mushroom rock, we literally just touch it and we make our way out. So basically, once we get to this a little further away point of where all the humans go, it will actually make the very last human go a little bit closer to this rock because he's going to give us a heist up basically. And, you know, we just want to kind of redirect the humans into better points so we can go faster. As always, it's all about going fast in Alien Isolation, isn't it? You know, it's not about getting terrified and scared by the fact that there is an immediate threat from the xenomorphs. You know, like tension breaking, absolutely, right? So, again, they're helping us to find another route into helping the other humans kind of to get through because there's a big boulder blockading them to actually get closer to the beacon signal. So, of course, it's up to us. Technically, we are Marlow right now. This is a flashback from Marlow's perspective. So, they just helped Marlow to get up and around. And that bit behind us broke, so we got away scot-free. Good. So we're going to be using a bomb, I guess, or like some sort of like TNT in order to explode the rocks in space. Now, there is a funny little bug that can happen, and technically it's not invalid for a run, but it's something that is very infrequent. And I guess it can be kind of like computer dependent or something in the game that just causes it, if you know what I mean. We don't know why, but something happens. But one of the humans can literally just peg it in space. He can just run.
I was showed that today. I cannot believe it.
That's actually
I have never.
It's in one of my PBs, actually. It's on my YouTube. You can actually see one of the PBs for it. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but like I'm just like, what? Like that. My reaction was priceless.
Our good friend Deku Dog showed me today because I hadn't heard of it before.
Oh, it was beautiful, man. I think Deku Dog was actually there for that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you could just literally see him sprinting in space, like, you know, completely avoiding what physics are in space.
Man has thunder thighs.
Yeah, thunder thigh. Nice.
And while we're in the most amazing mission of the entire game, I had to step away for a minute. VGR, did we get those 2 donations?
We got
Red?
Yondu's donation.
I just noticed there's another one with no message from
Yeah, we do. We have a $20 donation from Calix. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Calix, for the donation as well. Much appreciated. Again, don't forget, guys, all of your donations are going to a fantastic cause to the World Veterinary Service, so please feel free at your own leisure and at your own ability to donate to a fantastic cause. Thank you.
Pardon, that was 20 pounds.
£20. Thank you. Now I'm getting confused. All right. Now, if you guys have seen the Alien movie, you will know exactly what this vessel is, and it's a spicy vessel. A very spicy vessel. Now, when we actually go out to this little loading scene here, we can actually just press forwards immediately, and we can get past that human there. Easy peasy. $20 Thank you, Nintendo. My brain don't work sometimes. My brain don't work. So yeah, if we actually press forwards immediately when we go out to that load point, technically as soon as the wheel goes away, we have mouse and keyboard input, so we can get past the human, and then as us get past the other human, and there we go. We are ahead, and we should now be able to, hopefully, when we get another heist up, because we're going to be starting the dialogue a little bit earlier, because we're going to get into the derelict earlier, then it's going to be a case of when the human actually gets to a point and sort of like looking around, just like kind of observing the general area, should be able to get closer to us to heist us up. Sometimes it may actually circumvent and go like a little bit further away, and obviously the further away means no more time loss, so we want them to basically not move when they get to such a certain point. All right.
And we have another donation.
Yeah, please go ahead, yeah.
We have a £25 donation from Lamites that says,
Big Octo Dono Train? Can't have VGR do all the donos. We need a ayaya in our lives. Also, we need Dr. Evil.
We need that Dr. Evil Scott voice, so yes. If you guys want to hear it, don't forget £3,000 for the donation, and we'll meet it. Lamites, thank you for the £25 donation. And should we get some more ayaya trains going? I think we should get some more ayayas. Please ayaya in the chat. I would love to see just a flood of ayaya. Thank you. Are you playing other games for the wheel as well? I am indeed, No Eat. So, my speedruns that I do for the wheel as thus far, the catalogue is Jazz Punk, Outlast, any percent. It was soon to be the game called Struggling. Oh, goodness me, what do I do? Resident Evil 2 Remake. I do Claire A, 120 FPS. Which I've got a funny story about that, actually. Oh, God, what else do I run? There was another game I've run, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Who wants to go to my speedrun profile? I completely have forgotten.
What are we looking for?
My steering wheel stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
I've forgotten what the other game is, but I am going to be learning a few more games very, very soon. My community have decided upon a few games that I will learn, thus including Minecraft Any Percent. Yes, you heard it here, Minecraft Any Percent on the steering wheel. There are a few other ones that I'm going to be learning. It's going to be big memes, basically. I do want to learn RE7 at some point. I will learn it, and hopefully we can get some good teaching going down as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is the guy I was talking about. We don't want him to kind of like alternate his path and stuff. So let's see what goes on. Actually, that was legit. He was a little bit too far back, but of course, like when the text dialogue is finished, he'll be on the correct path to get here. So that was actually alright. Then, like say, I think that's about like that was about like a good timing. So yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, so now once we have to get the heist up, then it will be a case that like we actually find the source of the beacon signal. Once we deactivate it, right now behind us, they're actually setting up a winch to explore further into the whole derelict. So when we get back and once we press the beacon signal, the winch will be all set up and we're going to be going down into a special little area. Now, if you've not seen this game, then and you have seen Aliens, then I think you're going to enjoy this next bit. Obviously, unfortunately, we are going to be skipping the cutscenes, so we won't be able to show off the awesome bit that is where, okay, spoilers, where you'll see one of the other humans getting attacked by a facehugger that comes out of one of the eggs. And it's that cutscene which is so paramount to why Marlowe is actually locked up, because Marlowe knowingly brought upon a human that had been infested, like, you know, had been infested by one of the facehuggers. So, as we all know, when a facehugger goes onto a human and infests, an alien is birthed upon in their body. And
a mommy facehugger loves a daddy facehugger?
Whoops, I broke them. I'm sorry. I broke the screen.
Okay, I'm fine. You did this. You did. Okay, when we were doing one of the, I can't remember which marathon we were doing it for, but Sarah broke me again in Mission 9 when it was a case of it was a cutscene. What was it? I think it might have been for Games Done Quick. It was we might as well replay it, like in what you said. In the cutscene, we got to see one of the eggs, and then Sarah goes, "This gender reveal is what was it?"
This is
That's
one of the worst.
the best gender reveal I've ever seen.
Yeah, a gender reveal. Like, you know, anyway.
Oh, God.
That cracked me up so much. So, how is it that you've done it twice in Mission 9? That's actually a record. Can we get some claps for Sarah for breaking me again?
New world record.
New world record!
Ever, yay!
Yay! Yeah. Oh my god, that was such a precious moment as well. That was such a precious moment. No, it wasn't for GDQ. That was for the first Thunderthon, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that was for the first Thunderthon. Excuse me, I got that wrong. Still, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay, so now we're going to be skipping the cutscene. So here we go. We were actually slow in that mission. I think because like of how far back the human was, but technically on the correct path, that was what the time loss was. All right, now we're in mission 10. This is deemed to be a big resettable mission for a Nightmare No Major Glitches run. There are a few resettable missions. Mission 7, Mission 10, Mission 14, Mission 16, Mission 17, 18. Those are like the big run killers. So this is where we're going to be going.
So the last half of the game.
Yeah, you know, like essentially from here, get good. Get good, please. Okay, so we're now going to be getting our most favored weapon, which we did refer to earlier, which is the flamethrower. The martial weights seems to have realized that, like, you know, they don't like the fire. So we do actually have this well-crafted flamethrower. Here, you can have, because we trust you, random stranger that came upon our spaceship, and you know, like, we can't be bothered to do the thing, so you can face your own fears. Like, I've always wondered, that's like, you know, they've had this the whole time. Why do we get access to it? Like, why? Right? Anyway, we're now going to be going further.
Sorry, by the way, all this time, Speedrun.com has been loading. It's in a very bad position right now.
Ooh.
But the other run you did was Sweet 776.
Yes, which I am a moderator for, which is where Yondu, Poppins Yacht, is also a super mod for. Opposed to him, the steering wheel run, and he's just like, okay, let's go, you know, instantaneously. So, and I did actually find all of the best kind of like verification methods for Sweet 776 when it comes to video editing side of things. So hopefully at some point we can make an auto splitter, but none of us are good at making auto splitters. So maybe when we can find somebody who's good at making an auto splitter, then we can make it, because literally that game is only 3 splits. That's it. So maybe at some point, maybe. Alright, so what we've been doing that whole time is that we actually clicked on the button. We got to wait for the whole time for the tram so we can actually look around and get some loot. Ooh, blasting cap. Now, I'm going to see if I can craft a Molotov quickly. No, start crafting a pipe bomb, which I can immediately. Wow, this is good. Okay, I'm going to continue crafting in a little bit when we get into the mission. But that's good. Now that we got the 2 pipe bombs, that is pretty easy going for when we do mission 16. No, was it 16? Yes. Was it 16? Yes.
It's this mission.
Yeah. Alright, so let's continue to craft a pipe bomb. Okay, so the first strategy that we are going to be doing is called the boom room strat. Now, there has been deliberation for if this is allowed in the no major glitches run, and it has been allowed. And I know there's still people who feel very, very iffy about it, but this is an allowed strat for no major glitches. So what we do is we sprint burst all the way up to that room. The xenomorph is active around this way, so again, we don't want to make any attention to where we are, so we do like a silent burst of walking with the sprint. Once we get past the door, we can then continue to run. We're going to be engaging the emergency override, so that when we do the boom room, we'll be able to go for this door in a moment. Turn around. Noise warning. Sorry, I didn't even know what to say, so I said it too late. So your ears, I'm so sorry. Now we need to look for our tint. If there's a red tint, we need to go into the room. If there's no tint, we're good to go. Okay. So if there is a red tint, we technically need to reset this tint. So luckily we didn't get it today, so we can just turn around and make our way through. That tint can actually cause a few bugs within like later missions, so we want to make sure that we don't have that. There's revolver ammo that you can pick up there, so now we can go further into Sevastopol. Now, I can't remember the exact lore point of this bit. Do you know what's going on in this part of the mission, Colds?
So the whole point of mission 10 is you're planning with Marshall Waits to trap the xenomorph inside of a room to essentially trap it or kill it. So for this first part, there are 3 parts of mission 10.
Technically 4 if you want to be technical about it.
Well, technically I don't care. So this is part 1. And so we're going to be trying to lock the xenomorph in a server room. To do that, Nick is going to have to use his maintenance jack on multiple power conduit thingies, which will initiate the lockdown. But things don't go to plan. As you can imagine, it's an alien-based game, so nothing ever goes to plan.
Imagine things going well in an alien-based game, right?
All right, game would be over on mission 3. So, pretty much. So yeah, he's gonna use the maintenance jacks and these things here and get locked in. I won't go too far because you will see what happens. Don't want to spoil too much, but this is what we're doing. We're trying to trap the alien to kill it. Now,
the reason that we also did the boom room strat in the first place is that basically what happens is that we won't actually get to encounter the alien until the server room. This is why like people were a bit unsure if it's a major glitch because, you know, obviously of a redirection pattern, but again, technically anyone can do it. So that's my theory on that. It's like, you know, anyone can do that, and that's exactly why I like it is allowed. I think we kind of agreed on that anyway. Anyway, enough to get into like the lore about like why people don't like it. Then so now we're going to go further in. Once we get into the next room, which we unlock, that's when the xenomorph will start to become active. Crouch, and then go into the terminal. So once you actually come out of the terminal, you'll go back into crouching. Nice. That was some good operation there for the terminal. Alright. Don't cross this door up until the dialogue is finished. Otherwise, it'll actually crash the game. Believe it or not, that is a crashable point of Alien Isolation, which is hysterical in many different ways, because like the game would just crash and be like, oh. Okay, the reason that we're saving here is because this bit, especially in Novice, can get very, very weird. So I will need to be quiet for a little bit whilst I listen to the Xenomorph's locations, so please bear with me here. No drop? There it is. What did I tell you about Novice? What did I tell you about Novice? I have never had that before. He has never been behind me. Wow. Oh, my baby heart. Oh. Okay. So. It's all good. It's all good. Whew. Luckily, again, with Novice, we're able to make him up vents, 3 bursts, and that's all you need to do. Now what we need to do is wait for the drop, and then whack this bit 2 times. Once you've whacked 2 times, then we're going to be crouch hopping all the way over to here, and then hiding. Or did he see me? Hopefully not. Alright, now I'm going to craft it. Oh! Damn it. D-pad, please. Okay, good. Do I need to use a med kit? No. Okay, I'm going to have my flamethrower ready. So, it's good to, like, craft a few more Molotovs. I mean, I shouldn't have actually made it, because we would do want to save loot to make them later on, if you know what I mean. But still, that's fine for now. Alright. Now we need to wait for the door to be re-engaged. And then we run. We're now going to save, and we're going to be reloading the mission so that we can do a certain pattern and strategy and effects. I will be probably getting onto my keyboard for this, because we don't actually have escape loaded. So we're going to load. This is fine. Okay. Now we're going to be turning around. And now the patterns are in order. What we need to do... Get out of my way! Get out of my car! Oh, Mom. Now, I hope that hasn't actually affected the, I hope that hasn't affected the patterns, though. I hope it hasn't affected it. Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what we need to do is continue to run all the way down to here. Technically, it's valid because we can't program all of the inputs into the wheel, so this is absolutely loud. Okay, now because of that, we can actually just run. I just realized we could just run around him. We don't need to do the nightmare strat of like not getting hit there, so that's fine. Time save technically. All right. Now we're going into Gemini. This is my least favorite bit. So Cold, would you like to take it away, please?
Alright, so one of the first things you're going to hear in this mission is Steve stubbing his toe. It's fantastic. But, lore-wise, so as you can tell, the trapping did not work. Ricardo had to open it up so we can get out, and that means the alien also got out. So, what we're going to do here is, this entire section is us making our way to a detachable lab, which is going to be the third part of Mission 10. But during this part, we do actually collect an upgrade for the torch tool. This is the plasma upgrade, I believe. This is a flame, plasma, and ion. And we're going to be, once we get out of this area here, after this terminal, which opens the door, like I said, be pulling some levers, and then we'll have to go up a ladder to pull another lever. There's lots of levers in this game, I know that I think about it. And then we'll, what we'll do is we'll actually request a, service request from an android.
Yep.
Usually there is a bit more to this next part, which I'm not completely savvy on because I haven't done it for a long time. I can't lie to you.
Okay.
But so essentially, sorry,
I can take over here if you want to. So what happens is that we need to basically get the xenomorph to drop. If he doesn't drop in time, we whack this bit. Sorry, I cut you off completely there.
It's fine.
There he is. Flame bursting 3 times. I went the wrong direction. Why am I an idiot? I went backwards instead of forwards. Okay. All right, Cold, please continue.
Are you sure?
Yes, please.
All right, so once where I was actually, when the android comes up a service request, usually he would do a few button pressing and we would do some more lever pulling, but instead we get to kill the android, which will open up the area to the next part of the mission 10, which I will continue when we actually get there, though. But right now, Nick is gonna... Yeah, there we go. So Nick is gonna go to the part where I talked about where you climb up the ladder. Steve is very unpredictable in this part, more unpredictable than usual. So rather than doing any sprint bursting, he's just gonna sprint through the whole thing, go straight through the camera, even though it makes noise, and pull this lever, and then come all the way back down. There's a lot of backtracking in this game.
I'm concerned.
Are you?
Yes, I heard a drop.
Oh.
Oh, okay. No. Oh my goodness! How did I get away with that? I'm gonna just be quiet for a second, so I'm sorry, guys. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He upvented. That's perfect. He's probably gonna drop in front of us. Yes, he is. He'll do this little thing again. He's just going to knock us over. Doors are open. Perfect timing.
Okay.
Oh. I'm okay. I am definitely okay after that one. I am definitely okay. Oh my goodness! I don't care if, like, you know, health isn't as, like, bad, like, if you take that little bit of a, you know, a fall. That is entirely nerve-wracking because, again, novice xenomorphs are unpredictable. Okay, by the way, stop running after that dialogue. The xenomorph is completely unpredictable, so you have to adapt right into the moment of a speedrun. And that was probably like the most clutch I've ever had in a sense of, you know, not getting killed on the stairs. I could have, like, because of like the timing, he could have grabbed me on the stairs and that would have been an absolute rip run for world record, which we still would have showcased regardless, but... Oh my goodness me. Cold, hug me. Please hug me. Please hug me.
I mean...
Wait, just
sure.
He didn't want to hug me. I feel sad now. Alright, we're going to be doing another strategy here, which is to shoot the side next to us, and then we're going to be whacking the wall to try to bring attention to where we are, and hopefully that he'll drop and vents. We want him to vent. To unvent. Oh, shit. Sorry. Bad words.
Yeah, you Nintendo makes a good point. Not Sarah?
Rude. Rude.
Sorry, Sarah. He's mine.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go. Alright. Now, patterns aren't on the line, so we're just going to adapt again. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. My heart is literally pounding right now. Like, I've never actually had it that close before, so... We got away with it. Okay, so we're resetting the emergency power, and then we're going to be hacking... Oh, good, okay. Cold, could you take over, please?
Okay, I do apologize if I am behind because I'm on the delay of the stream. But... Steve! Oh my gosh, just be nice, please. Okay, so... What's basically happening now, lore-wise, is Nick is going to run back here and... I don't know if it's there in the stream yet, but if it's not spoilers, he's going to get betrayed by wait, that's it, not Marlowe. Wait! And he's going to trap us in here with the alien, and this slab is going to get ejected into space. So, that kind of sucked.
Yeah, I could have just run it, but I didn't really want to risk it, you know what I mean?
Better than dying. But yeah, anyways, he's going to be in this little cutscene here. There is a super rare glitch where he can actually kill you during this little cutscene that you have no control over your characters, so that would be most unfortunate. So right now he's actually just going to get up and then try and escape. Pressurize this airlock, and the android underneath it is deactivated, by the way, only after this in-game cutscene because it gets killed if you do not kill it beforehand. And yeah, we're just gonna wait, essentially.
Sound, where you are? Okay, I need to be quiet again. I'm so sorry.
He's hit you more with his car than you have with him.
Yeah. Okay, we just wait. We're literally just waiting for this airlock to open up, and then we're just gonna run to it. And then we can get back onto Sevastopol because technically we've been launched into space. Otherwise, we'll just be stranded if you know what I mean on here. All right. Whoa. That is like one of my most nerve-wracking missions, and I'm so glad we got through with it. Oh my god. I am so nerve-wracked after that. That was insane. Alright, once we get into this cutscene here, we're skipping it. Alright. Oh. It doesn't get any better from here. Okay, we're back upon Sevastopol now, and we're angry. We're very, very angry. We are... We were going to tell off Waits because, you know, he just trapped us on a vessel with a xenomorph into space. Like, we almost had, like, no way of getting back. So we're going to be, we got some very choice and harsh words for him. But we're going to try and meet back up with him, basically. And on the way, we actually encounter our next weapon, which is going to be something that we do love. And we're going to be using quite a bit throughout certain portions of this run, which is a lovely, lovely shotgun. Cold. Do you have some love that we can spit for this mission here?
It sucks.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I was hoping something a bit more factual.
Okay, so... Oh, gosh. I mean, that is factual, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so there's a bit here with the RNG that could happen, and this is where, like, humans or androids could spawn. So, what's going to happen is, we'll see what the RNG is, and if there's... Oh, goodness me. 3 humans. 4 humans. Okay, just do the thing! I died!
Honesty. Thank you to Holy Soul for the raid, and welcome on in, raiders, to Thunderthon.
Oh, okay. Bit of a time loss. So, yeah, unfortunately probably won't be today. But anyway, no sweat at all. We're going to continue this run as always. It's all good. Holy So, thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate you and your community. Thank you all so much for joining us. And don't forget, guys, we are donating towards the World Veterinary Service. So please, if you guys want to donate to an amazing cause, please do ! Donate to get the link of choice. And then please donate at your own avail. That's so unfortunate. I have never had I think it's like almost a 4 human spawn, wasn't it? That was crazy. So, that is probably like the worst RNG that you could have ever faced. It is unfortunate. Like I say, it is unfortunate, but we're not going to let that ruin this presentation today. This is a speed run, and we will finish this run for today. So let's see. Let's just see how the rest of the run goes before we start making any judgments and stuff, because you never know. All right. Let's see what the RNG is like now. Let's see, shall we? Because that was just bleh. That was like the worst I think I've ever had on a steering wheel run. That is like the worst RNG I've ever had. Okay, I'm gonna go around this way. Do a big turnaround, and hopefully he shouldn't join us. If the android joins us in here, we have to kill him. We're fine. That's good. All right, we're now going into the main part of mission 11, which is... Goodness me. I'm still trying to recover from that mission 10 right now because that was intense for sure. I'm going to loot this box here because you never know. Now, what we're going to be doing is that there's a lot of humans in this area. We're going to try and make our way back to the Marshal Bureau so we can get back in touch with Waits. And again, we have to do like a whole way of getting around. So we have to touch this door, touch this little bot, which Damocles, who's somebody who actually worked as a QA tester on this game, has informed us that that bot is technically known as Damobots because he's the one who made that bot actually appear on the tracker. Through his QA testing, he gave them Creative Assembly that suggestion and they put it in, so that's now Damobots. So there's a little bit of cool background knowledge for you guys. Yeah, Joe's can get in lifts. If the lifts close, then it won't actually take you to the, like if it's a mission load, it won't actually change the mission until the android is dead. So that's why we don't want any company. We do not want any company. All right. So we've got an EMP blueprint here, so that's going to be helpful for later on. We don't actually need to use the EMP blueprint, but it's just good to get it. So I'm going to be doing my risky no save strat here because, you know, we've been doing some mad plays. I think like I want to do it now. Actually, what's that? No, okay. I thought that was hello, please. Hello. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. We just lost more time. I thought I had to press E to get into it. I don't know where my brain's going today. My brain is like gone right now. I think I'm still suffering from mission 10 right now, and I'm getting like brain lag. All right, we have to go into the vent with our own feet. Who knew? Okay, we've got the flamethrower coming up, and we're going to be whacking this wall here twice, going around, and then getting to this little terminal here to re-engage power to this door. We're going to turn around, whack this wall once, and then we're going to crouch. Now, what will happen here is that a human will kind of like see, like, why is the door opening? There he is. I'm going to flame him 3 times, and that should be enough to kill him. So that way we got rid of it. Oh, no. Oh! Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Because it was like, because that human was too slow coming in. He actually came forward a little bit more, so we got a grab, which obviously is a time loss. And there is another android here, so I'm just going to... He's got the attention of the other human there, so that's fine. All right, let's continue. Let's think about this for a moment. So what I'm going to do now is get the revolver. Sorry, Cold, were you saying something there?
I was saying, would you like to focus for this part? I know it can be kind of...
Nah, this bit is like relatively fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot him in the face. And there's a little like a little trigger here, like dialogue trigger, which is basically, oh, this part of the Marshal Bureau is locked off, so we're going to try and find another way around. Shoot this guy again.
Wait.
And then we're going to find another, like, a way around, which will be going up the stairs. And then, kind of like going from the top floor to the bottom floor, and then going through a vent, which will go directly into the Marshal Bureau. Okay. Whew. Now, sometimes we do have to be worried about a specific human. On Nightmare, we call them the sniper because they are very, very good with their revolver. And revolver shots can be deadly if you're already on low health. And with Nightmare, we have no HUD, no health bar. So we have to guess and make sure we kind of manage our health in our brains. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, like we have to make sure that the sniper is not there. And like I say, if the sniper's there, that's pretty much rip run, unfortunately. So luckily in Novice, like that's really not much of an issue. Even if there is a sniper there, again, the damage rate is not going to be that immense. Obviously, and did you know, with that android there, you can actually get grabbed. So like I say, you got to make sure that you're not within a radius of a grab rate, because as soon as you have your back to the androids, which is something that will happen later on in this mission as well, in this game, basically, if you have your back to the android, and you're within the radius, it will grab your legs and it will start like hurting you. So that way you have to whack it to kill it. So you have to be careful that you're outside of the radius. Alright, now we're going to be losing all these dead bodies because we have no respect. Because we need to craft, don't we? We need to craft. Blue is important. People's lives, unfortunately, right now.
These are all the people you ran over when you exited mission 10. Are you kidding me?
I know, like we have no respect. Like, what a protagonist, right? What a protagonist.
Brutal,
yeah, F for respects, please. That would be lovely. F for respects. Now, if I can gear up my sick plays, if I can show off my true FPS strats, we can do a drive-by Android headshot. I did it for the Sega Celebration. Let's see if I can recreate that, shall we? Because I love doing this. Time. Yeah, I'm losing valuable time. Headshots. It's one of my favorite bits.
I love it.
Okay, let's see if we can do this. Nice. Actually, did I kill him? Doesn't matter. If it didn't actually fully kill him, it's still not a major issue. Okay, let's go. Either way, we got his body, so that's fine.
Yeah, you killed him.
Yay! I did the thing. Yay!
Good job.
Nice. It feels good, man. It feels very, very good, man. Right. We don't really want to waste too many shotgun bullets here, so we are going to quickly swap over to the revolver because sometimes there could be an android on his stairs here. If you do encounter it. Oh. Ooh, okay. You can never judge the timing when they'll come out of that animation. If they are there, either get to the door very, very quickly or just wait for him to, to despawn. Now we're going to play Ring Around the Roses, Pocketful of Poses. Because now there's Android. Oh, God, there's two of them. Okay, this is terrible. What? Oh, why is my luck fantastic today?
It's Piggy in the middle.
Piggy in the middle. I want to get out of here. That'll be fantastic. Now, we're basically waiting for that tram to actually get to its location so that we can go straight into it. But again, we just have to wait. Okay, go. I think that might have actually been good time. That was amazing timing, actually. Oh, hot damn. Woof. That was good. That was alright. That was alright. I never had the opportunity of encountering two androids in a steering wheel run. So that actually made me a little bit like scared there for a second. Okay. Let's get back to this. Let's jump right back into this. Mission 12 we're in now. And yes, I just did the YouTube thing. You know what I mean. Anyway, we are now on mission 12. So what we're going to be doing is, again, still trying to, like, now that we've met Ricardo, he's basically going to be trying to help us into turning off, like, the AI of Apollo. I think that's kind of what it is. Oh, no. I think, is he still trying to help us to help Taylor, isn't he?
So, Ricardo, he's essentially looking after the place while we go find Samuels, who is in Season Synthetics, because he's going to try and talk to the Apollo core to lift the lockdown, because obviously, Weyland Yutani has bought this ship. Actually, if you do watch the cutscene in Mission 13, you find out the Weyland Yutani bought this ship 2 days after that they left to go to Sevastopol, and basically Order 939, I believe it is, has been put on the androids to actually protect the specimen, hence why they're so aggressive, and all communications to the outside world has been completely, distinguished. But yeah, right now, that's what Samuels is trying to lift up. It's not going to work, as you can imagine, because it's completely in effect, like, he's not going to be able to change it, because the company want a hold of the alien, which, if you've seen Alien Resurrection, that does not go well at all. So that's where we're heading right now, to find Samuels.
Oh, that was a bit slow there. All right. So now we're going to be kind of like making our way up. We're like going all the way back now. Like really sort of like roundabout ways of going about on Sebastopol. So now it's kind of taking us upon these ladders. Sort of like just the elevator shaft way. And when we get up to the second one, there's going to be a loud sound. So guys, please, if you have headphones, make sure you take your headphones out for a second or just turn it down because we've got a loud bang in a second. Can be a little bit of a jump scare for some people. Now, there's an opportunity where sometimes you get this thing called Super Ripley where it'll actually kind of like break your camera in the midst of actually trying to look up and get out of here. So we didn't get it. So that's technically, we didn't save 2 seconds of time there. I think it's allowed in no major glitches, isn't it?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. I don't think
many things that should or shouldn't be in this run. So
I think technically it's not allowed for no major glitches. I would need to confirm that. Anywho, what was I talking about? I'm trying to remember now. So we're now going to get our flamethrower out because there's an android here who is technically active. It looks dead, but we can actually destroy it with one big flame burst. That's like one of the only other times that like the flame burst will really kill an android. All right, so we've got 3 of these little terminals that we need to do, and then the last one is going to be to actually open up the door. And then we're going to be greeted with like an interesting little cutscene, is all I'm going to say. It's like it's an in-game cutscene. We get to hear some dialogue from Samuels, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's.
We don't get to see it, but we do get to hear it.
Absolutely. All right, so that's 2 of these terminals done. Let's go. God, I'm still suffering after mission 10. I can't believe it. Now, because of like the timing that you do these terminals, the android will catch up to you, and you'll probably get 1 punch. No punch. That's fantastic. That is actually really lovely.
You're just too good.
Yeah. I'm too good for this one. No, I'm joking. I've still got a lot to learn. I'm not all about that life. Anyway, here we go. Cole, did you want to explain this cutscene?
Yeah, so there's going to be an interaction here between Samuels and an android. Samuels is going to try and gain access to where he wants to go, but the android is not going to allow it because they're stupid. They're annoying. So Samuels, being the badass he is, will show him a very, very good time. Unfortunately, we don't get to see it because we got to keep driving through this vent here. But you do get to hear the lovely punch sounds and the gargling and all that lovely stuff. But I will carry on here to let Nick focus because this can be quite an intense moment.
We got to the 3rd line. Sorry, we're just there now. Shoot this guy in the head. That's 1 KO. Loot his body. Turn around. Navigate around this way, make sure the androids don't hit you, and you do this all in a good way. Make your way over to the left side of the door, and then he made it through.
Stream delay feels bad.
Can we get the RTMP feed over to Cole, please? VGR, if you're about. Could we get a RTMP link over to him? Alright, so now we're going to try and actually technically follow Samuels. So he's kind of locked off this way for us, so we can still technically re-establish power to the doors. So, as you saw from the objective there, follow Samuels. He took a little carriage across over to the other side. Unfortunately now, we can't take that same carriage because it's actually, it's broken. I think as he was going across, he decided to break it so that nobody could follow him. Sort of like, without a trace sort of style. So we're going to try and find another way to get over to a point of where Samuels is by going over these edges here. Now, because we are a novice and we have a plentiful of health, we're literally just going to go through these air vents. Now, for the longest time, I honestly thought this was like not steam, and it was just like kind of like a cold. It's kind of like icy blast, if you know what I mean. But apparently it's steam. I had no idea for like what feels like maybe 8 months of not playing this game.
About a year for me. It's crazy because like you see the edges, like they look like they're crystallized.
Yeah, it looks like it's ice blast, but it's actually just steam. So who knew? The more you know, guys. The more you know. All right. So again, we're taking a little bit of damage. We're now pressing left. We're going to be looking over to this ladder and spamming E or triangle on the wheel so that we can jump over here. Do this little cutscene of us jumping and kind of like falling down tiny bits, and then we're going to come up to. Sometimes some people like to call it like a nerve-wracking room because there is a lot of like androids asleep. So when we go across, we're gonna be very quiet. We're gonna be hush hush. Shh.
I heard someone say my name.
Can we get the RTMP feed over to Cold, please? For watching. All right. So
okay. Yeah.
No problem. All right. So we're trying to be quiet. Even though we're running, we're trying to be quiet. And now they're awaking. Now they're waking. So we basically have to hack this bit really fast, so that we don't take too much damage. Because now they're alerted to our presence. Did we do it without getting any punches? Whoa, that's a first.
You probably blinded him with your exhaust.
That was probably the best I've actually ever done that section, which is quite insane. Because normally you would get at least one punch, or they would like catch up to you, they grab you, or something of that sort. They didn't catch up to me at all. That was amazing. Wow. Nice. Okay. Whew. Breathing time. So, Samuels is here. He is trying to re-establish communication with Apollo, which is the AI of Sebastopol. But unfortunately, You know, like, Apollo's just like, oh, so you're a threat as well. I'm going to basically destroy you. He's going to overload all the power and energy going into this this little cubicle here. You can hear it. Infection has been purged. The creature is no longer on board. The station is safe. The quest order has a containment operations are suspended. However... Yep, starting to reject him. So basically, we need to try to help him from not getting like internally destroyed by electricity. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that Samuels is an android? I think I might have skipped over that bit. Spoilers. What? that terrified me again.
Sorry.
What? I think he's going to people in the chat.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
Amazing. Anyway, so now we just basically have to turn off these terminals. Also, gamers go right in this situation. Now, normally, for a first playthrough, you're following the colors, and you're just like, oh yeah, I have to go this color, I have to go to this color. However, you just realize that it's counterclockwise. Gamers go right. And then you kind of feel silly afterwards. You're just like, but I followed the colors, and it was like, even in this bit, you can't see the colors. And I was so clever and everything. It's clockwise. That's it. We've all done it. We've all experienced it. When you see a speedrun, just like, oh, I get it. Okay, so now that we have done the final terminal, we've disengaged the power. Samuels, he's internally fried. And now he's going to go in a last-ditch effort to kind of like say, hey, I actually feel human. For once, I understand your pain. I feel this. Can we get enough in chat for Samuels, please, whilst he says his final words?
It's funny on CC because you can skip it.
Yeah, we can just glide past this.
It's like, alright, see you later, man! He's just gonna die.
Yeah, F in chat for Samuels, please. I was going to get a drink of water, but I think I'm going to wait for a little bit later because the doors will open very shortly. I'm going to say shortly, it's going to take its sweet time. There we go. Nice. All right. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Hold on. Oh, goodness me. What is going on right now? Hello? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was... Whoa. He was blocking our way. Why are no androids awake right now?
Interesting.
There's
that
one.
one's alright. Anyway.
I have no idea what happened. Honestly, I've never been trapped to a point where I couldn't actually just duck past the android there.
Unfortunately, that is quite common. What just happened there?
Yeah, and I had no revolver bullets. I forgot to reload also. Also, don't spam E or scroll on the tram, because if you do that, it will actually despawn as it's moving and you will just fall and die. Nobody likes that. So,
falling and dying is not great.
Falling and dying is not preferred, right? Okay, so now, thankfully, after we've done all this, we can actually go back to where we were. You know when we did this like row of androids? We went left, but we didn't actually go to the right. Because in the right is a gold mine of like loot. All the things that we need for the rest of the run are all hidden in that room. And we can be ready, primed and ready for the rest of the run. So let's go to loot room. First off, we have to actually engage tram 1 so that we can make our way further to basically go into the very core of Apollo. Now, it's time to loot up. It's time to loot up, suit up, and get this bread. Absolutely. Okay, so the things that we get here are the more shotgun bullets. We've got more revolver bullets, EMP mines. We've got more Molotovs. We've got flashlight batteries. I think that's most of the things that you can pick up here. You do get like guaranteed EMP mines and guaranteed Molotovs, which will be required for the run. You also
get 3
get
EMPs, yeah, 3 Molotovs, 2 med kits, a bunch of shotgun ammo, a bunch of revolver ammo, blueprints for upgrades for Molotov, I believe.
I think that's right, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. So again, easy peasy. We just did a big upgradability of our loot, and now we can get to the next destination. Easy breezy. So I did actually forget to loot the human there, so I'm glad that I did kind of go back, if you know what I mean, because yeah, it's a bit of a risky one. All right, let's go. So we are coming up now to mission 13. So when we get into the next part of mission 13, basically for the entire part up till mission 14, we have to sacrifice all of our weapons. So that's where a bit more nerves can come about, because again, how can we technically defend ourselves? We can't really. We have to sacrifice it because there's actually a security gate to go into like the server farm area of the core, essentially, because they want to make sure that like nobody's there, that the androids can operate with no worries, that there's not a threat, if you know what I mean. So that's why there is those security gates. But we can technically also do a little tech, if we can get it, where we can open up the door a little bit sooner. So let's see if we can get this. Nah, we wouldn't be able to get it. I don't think that's too slow. If you like turn your mouse and you click on this little bit early. Oh no, we did get it. Okay. All right, we got it.
You had the green light.
Put on a green light. Okay. I tried to rephrase the song, of course. So yeah, like when you look at the thing over a certain time, and you kind of navigate into the security gate at the right time, then you should be able to actually open up the doors quicker. Normally you'd have to wait for it to process the fact that you've actually gone through the door, but you can just go through, no problem. All right, so the code is 49. Oh, no, it's not. 493. Oh my goodness me. 30. I could have pressed up on the deep. See, this is why we need to actually find the best like inputs for those doors, because you can save a lot of time if you actually do that, like, you know, efficiently. But I still haven't properly learned it. Right, so we're going to be hacking either side of the server farm so that we can actually open up a entryway into it. Cold, would you be able to explain a little bit more about what's going on here?
Yeah, so basically once Nick is going to go do a second hack now, and once he actually does that, you'll see he'll actually very shortly run past a door where you notice there's like a giant fan in there. He will disable this fan, and that will allow him to climb up a ladder to get inside of like a human-sized vent, essentially. Otherwise, you know, he would get, you know, killed. Big time killed if you get into that fan. But this will take him directly to where the Apollo core is currently resting. It will be blocked by a door that we'll have to go around. This mission will introduce us to Super Joes, which are basically normal androids. They are wearing like big yellow raincoats, and they're a lot tougher. They're really slow, but they're really, really tough, so you gotta be careful of them.
That's why they're called Super Joes. And they're not very super because we don't like them. Anyway.
They're super annoying.
Yeah. Very. Absolutely. We've actually lost a few runs because on Nightmare their punches can be quite deadly, and if they grab you and they keep you in the animation, you could, and if you don't know your health, it could be a rip run, you know what I mean? So you do need to be careful. Now there is a minor glitch that you can do. It's very hard to program onto this wheel because everything we've done is like quite dependent in position, but it's called the mask peak glitch. Now what this mask peak glitch does is that you can actually have, as you're taking off, it could be stuck on your arm. And when it's stuck on your arm, if there is an android just here, which luckily there isn't, we can actually get warped onto the other side of it. We'll still probably take the punch, or at least have the sound of the punch, but we can get onto the other side and continue running. Luckily there was no android, so this is actually all good. Alright.
So Nick is going to run back to the little server room. You just saw him go past there. He's going to activate 3 consoles. He'll probably do 4 for safety, because sometimes one of them doesn't actually work. I'm not entirely sure.
I went the other direction.
You went the other direction? That's totally fine. You'll still end up in that same position, though, having to do the console. But then he'll go through a vent. Just as he gets out the vent, he'll then turn around and press a button, and this button will activate a minigame that he'll have to complete back inside of the vent. And then once he does that, he can hack the Apollo core. It will rise up, and we'll be able to go inside to activate a cutscene. During this cutscene, Ripley is going to try and manually lift the lockdown by talking to Mother, I believe, itself, or just the core itself in general. Which is when we find out in the game that the Sevastopol has been bought by Wayland, and this whole Order
green puzzle. Ew.
But yeah, that is basically at the end of this mission. After that, he'll come out, wait for some ladders to show up. He'll climb down those, and we'll be heading straight to mission 14, where we will be going to the main reactors of Sevastopol.
That was a lovely white puzzle. Only one direction and E. Hello. I just got caught there. Okay, 1 second, guys.
Oh, you got the invisible box.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did it. I thought I didn't do it. Alright.
Was it 6, by the way? I looked away for a second.
What?
Was it 6 or was it 5?
Chat?
I actually forgot. I wasn't looking for one.
I did the hack and I wasn't even paying attention.
Well,
I was only looking at the
really something you
shapes.
think about.
I just need to match the shapes, and that's where my brain goes. Okay. Now, when we're doing crouch clipping only, we can actually skip this whole animation of the actual core coming up to us, and we can, when we actually go out of the animation of the cutscene, we can actually just fall directly into Apollo, and then just actually fall out onto where we need to go. It's such a cool strat, and I'm actually proud to say that I found one of the backup strats of this, which actually is relatively used throughout crouch clipping only or mission runs. If you're feeling absolutely risky, then you can do it, because you'll have to circumvent having to do one of the hack puzzles, because like it'll help to it'll basically help the to lessen the invisible wall a bit. You would still have to hack, because that would actually unlock the the animation of the Apollo coming
Hacking
up.
will actually trigger the cutscene also.
Yeah. My brain is tired.
It's alright.
It's like 3 a.m. for us at the moment, so me and Cold, we UK boys, so 3 a.m. and obviously nearly like over like 30 plus hours of teching. My brain is frazzled. Okay, so now we're on to mission 14. Mission 14 is where we get to see the lovely nesty nest. If you guys don't know what the nest is, you're in for an absolute treat. Those who
Probably the most terrifying mission of the game for anyone who just started off.
Yep. Oh, is it 2 a.m.? Oh. Wait, did the clocks go back for the UK?
No, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's on the 27th, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't know. All right. So now we're just going to be doing these little terminals again, because we want to bring the carriage towards us, so that we can get around it, and then make our way over to a
Oh, I'm wrong.
Oh.
Sorry. I thought it was the 27th, but it was the 25th. I do apologize.
Oh. Okay. There we go then. It still says 3 a.m. on my computer, but anyway, like it probably hasn't actually reset. Let's not excuse the fact that it is technically 3 a.m. Okay. Alright, so now we've got the next upgrade for the torch, so we can then start to lay an EMP mine here, because we've obviously alerted where we are to the android, but we want to be able to hack this, to cut open this vent without any kind of being grabbed, so that we can go fast, right? We can go fast. So we lay it down. Android's gonna like step on it, and he's gonna find out that he's gonna have an electrical party in his body. You can hear him over there. He's having a great time. It sounds delicious. All right. What? I don't know. I say things. I apologize, Cold. You just choked on your. You just choked on your drink there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I always say something abnormal, and then there's always something that happens. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it's moving swiftly.
Okay, so we got to do 3 of these little terminals here. Now, once we've done the first one, the android that is over near the second one is going to come towards us. So again, just like we did for the first one, instead of laying it, we're just going to throw it. Kill him.
Yeet.
And then we're now, like, easy peasy in this little mission here. We use 3 EMP mines, like, throughout this run. So, pretty easy going right now. Alright, so, if there's any loot there, pick it up. And then make your way over to the third one. And then we're going to re-engage power to lift up the car, which will be another circumventing route to, like, going to the nest, basically. Because that's where, like, the source of, like, this thing, what we're going to be doing is... like the EMP mines that we have right now, we kind of want to do that for the ship. or at least for like a certain area of the ship, and that's kind of like all held in where the nest is. Now, that whole area is the reason that it's called the nest is because it's been infestated and by the xenomorphs. Like that is like they're like the hangout pad. That is where they breed, and everything is kind of like just ew. So when we're in there, we have to be very, very cautious to try to like re-engage power to the. It's not the conduits. It's the what is it? Oh, I forget what the things are called now.
Things.
The things. As Cole said, the things.
Not really sure, but real fun fact, real fast, as you reminded me when you said nest. Originally, this game was going to have a boss fight, and you were going to meet the queen, because there is a queen aboard the ship. There is, but we just don't get to ever see her. But they took that out because they thought it wasn't the kind of game for that.
Damn, well. Now we're going to try and bring the Super Joe that is in the room where this bolt gun that we're going to be getting. We wanted to bring him this way so that we can get the bolt gun without being grabbed or anything like that. And then open up the door shutters, which the other two androids that we just saw is we want to get basically where they're going. So all we have to do is literally go into the area. We'll get brought into like a little in-game cutscene of picking up the bolt gun. I'm going to grab the bullets, and now I'm going to go to the computer. It's 6832 is the code.
I wonder if you'll get the floating bolt gun.
Oh, come on. Wait, did he just spawn into this room? We were... Yeah! I have never seen that!
He's like, no, I want to be in here now.
Yeah! Ow. I have never seen that.
Oh, dear God.
Alright. Yeah, the Joe warp.
Do the Joe.
Instead of doing the time warp, do the Joe warp, right? That's the next hit song.
Dear Lord.
That was bizarre. I mean, I kind of get why it happened, because they want to bring it to like the next kind of wall. If you know what I mean. Like, that whole animation is basically is to get him to get... When he grabs you, he's going to drag you to a wall. And then he's kind of going to, like, you know, to put your neck against the wall and try to kill you, basically. So I can understand that, like, there wasn't, like, a decent wall for him to kind of put us on. So it spawned us into the room so that it could do that.
Privacy?
What? Anyway. So, now, we can go and get our weapons back. Because again, we're going to be coming up to the nest. We're just very glad that our weapons are casually stored there, if you know what I mean. So, feels good. Feels good to finally have some kind of, like, you know, some method of trying to defend ourselves, right? So,
I mean, that's important.
Yeah, it isn't. It's just vaguely important, right? Now, I love like the just a general theme and look at this area. Just it's so like atmospherically setting.
It's really intense.
It looks really intense. So
much noise.
Yep, it's quite noisy around here as well. So I can, if needed, turn down the volume. So we'll see what happens. When we get past these Joes here, we're gonna need to shoot them in the body. Because I did the same thing again. Like I managed to get him just on the arm, and that was enough. Okay. Okay. So if this guy, sure, I'm gonna go around this way.
So, real fun fact before you continue here. If you didn't know, this is something that is, it's not like an exploit or anything, it's straight up a mechanic. Essentially, if you stun an android, there'll be a sort of timer that counts down. It's usually like 8 to 10 seconds. But any androids that you run past within that time limit, it will only punch you. They will not grab you because obviously it'd be a bit overpowered if they could just grab you one by one after another. You would definitely die. So once you stun one for the next 8 to 10 seconds, they will only punch you. So you are pretty safe to run past this part here.
Right, Cold. I'm probably going to have you commentating for a good bit of this run because this area is just risky as...
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Please feel free.
All right, welcome to the nest! Spooky! Okay, anyway, so this part isn't actually as bad as you guys might think. Again, it's more of the atmospheric and the looks of it that makes you really terrified because obviously it's the nest. It's where the aliens mainly are. There's loads of them in here. In this part in particular, there are 2 active aliens, so it's quite terrifying for sure. But essentially, as you just saw, Nick was actually just sprinting in here because there wasn't actually an alien active. And there were 2 facehuggers that were coming after him, but simply by pressing the keyboard, he spawns them. So very
hello.
good stuff
Okay.
there.
That's fine.
So that alien right there was scripted. Usually, if you were to just crouch, you would just walk right across the room and bent up. But right now, after triggering the alpha core, we're now going to be going to the beta core because we're going to try and overload these to destroy the nest. So Nick is going to continue to sprint out of here because no aliens will drop. There will be another facehugger we're going to have to kill, and then once we get into this next room where the core is, another scripted alien will drop. But he's going to run straight past it and get to a little hole that's in the wall. Inside these holes, the aliens cannot get you. You are safe in here. You have to be careful.
Oh my god! The other alien dropped to like just my right.
Oh gosh. Yeah, they can grab you like if you're right on the edge. But what's going to happen here though is he is going to pop off a shot. He's going to shoot the generator there. The reason why he does this is because the room he is in currently, the alien can't actually access it. There is no way for any Stevos to actually get in here. So once they hear that loud revolver shot, they get confused and just up vent, which allows them to actually overload the beta core here without any problems or anything. Of course, if we don't make too much noise, that is. Unfortunately, it looks like we got a pretty bad Steve here. Sometimes he will just go and vent. What the hell? It looks like he stood there for a sec.
Whoa.
And yeah, this is RNG right now. This is the RNG that we talk about in this game so much.
Again, I've not seen this bad of RNG ever.
Yeah, that's what makes this run so fun to play every time, because it's not the same every time. It's completely unpredictable. That's why we love it so much.
Like this, for example.
Exactly, yeah. So the beta core and the alpha core, they are both now overloaded. So we're going to head back up the elevator. We're going to go back to where the supergers are to do some mini games to initiate this overload, and then there'll be a lovely little in-game cutscene we'll see here. There will be one more facehugger that we have to kill right here, and then we'll be free to sprint out. And also, because the aliens are so active, he's definitely going to avoid these vents here so we don't die. Little hint. But yeah, we're going to safely make our way outside the nest, and as you can see, it's not that bad, really, even on the steering wheel.
Even with like a little bit of weirdness, like for some of the xenomorphs, it was still a very, very flawless nest. I'm very, very, very happy with that. So GG. Okay, let's get the shotguns, and what we're going to be doing now is killing all of the androids. It's just easier to do. Normally, like, we don't have to kill the androids. We could do a different pattern of, like, you know, shooting androids in the chest, doing the puzzles, but it's just easy enough to just kill them, I guess. I mean, we can have a little theory about this, right? We can theorize about this later. So I know that there are strats you do for no major glitches. Okay, I'll just get to this puzzle then. Oh, wow. Oh, what is going on? Okay.
Don't question it, just do it.
Good. Okay. Good. Okay, that was a miss. Oh, no, that's a time loss.
Yeah, that's one of those unfortunate things where
Alright.
I pick up in quite a lot. The Super Joes, they don't care. They really do not care. They will sometimes completely ignore your shots.
Oh, what?
And grab you anyway. Well, there's another one.
Yeah, weird.
This is what I meant before by super annoying. You
Super
see what
annoying.
Yeah. So, I don't know what they're wearing under those coats, but super annoying. Super... Yeah. Anyway, so what Nick just did then by activating that lever and doing 2 mini games, he's going to repeat on the opposite side. And hopefully not get grabbed again. There we go. They should all be dead now. So he's going to do these 2 final mini games and then go activate one final lever right at the bottom where the elevator is. And then run all the way back to the top, which really is a holding W simulation. Or at least right pedal simulation at this point.
How many green puzzles? There we go. Jeez. Oh dear. These terminals do not like me today. That's all I can say. Alright. We done the thing. We did those puzzles. We got all around. We activated technically the alpha and the beta. Now we're just going to ignite the sort of the process before we completely engage with this big EMP blast. Hoping So yeah, it's a redirection of power, and we're hoping that it will actually to destroy all aliens. Not the game destroy all humans, it's destroy all aliens this time. So
I love that game.
I know you do. That's why I made the reference. I love you. Okay, I'm gonna get my revolver quickly. There we go. Nice, just a single punch. That's exactly what Colt went earlier on when there was 2 androids there. The first one was about to grab me. Shoot it in the animation, then it won't try to grab you again for like 5 to 8 seconds, and then we were able to get past that second android with just a single punch. So nicely do. Nicely do.
Nicely do.
Nicely do. All right. Now that we're coming around up to here, this is where we're going to be able to engage the power for the overloads in an attempt to get rid of the xenomorphs. Kind of like just let them just like all drop off like flies, basically, like that. But I don't think it's going to work out like that. Just as a gentle FYI, I don't think it's going to work out like that. Okay. Oh, why am I crouching? Alright. Now, this is one of my favourite cutscenes. By the way, noise warning for people.
I'll see myself.
Alright. One of my favourite cutscenes there. So yeah, the EMP blast did not work. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So, yeah, so what we're going to do now is just make sure that we're ready, we're med-kitted up, all the good stuff, and we're going to make our way further to try to, essentially get out of here now. We're going to try to meet back up with, we're not meeting back up with Ricardo now, are we?
No.
No, we aren't.
So,
we are returning to Ricardo, technically.
Well, I mean, yes, but kind of no, because of what we're about to find out right now.
Exactly.
But because it's in Italian, and people don't usually like to read the subtitles too much, we can tell you.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're about to find out is that all communications are actually... The communications actually, being reactivated so that we can start talking to peoples again. But also, Taylor might have been kidnapped a little bit. Just a little bit. So we're also going to be heading to, trying to get the name right here, Marlow. Going to be heading to Marlow's ship next, the Anisadora in Mission 15. So yeah, she really is just a mess. Oh gosh.
We got a donation in. Do we have time for that?
Absolutely, go for it.
100%.
We got a £5 donation from Tierna Lore that says, "Face huggers need love too." Ah, kitty.
Thank you, Tina, for £5. I know where the kitty reference comes from. Nice. Okay, so Mission 15 is going to be fun because we kind of discovered the other day that because we are a novice, we can just run this bit. If you're on Nightmare, you just basically have to sprint burst it. Or if you're on a major glitches run, silent run this bit. Because essentially, Steve is active in this area. So again, you don't want to make too much noise, but because novice is alright, we can do this bit running. So let's see if this is true, because I swear I saw one time a novice say xenomorph drop. So
I wouldn't risk it because I'm
Too late.
pretty sure it does drop.
too late.
Oh yes, even our TV has a bit of a delay. Oh no, that's fine. You have a flamey boy.
I have a flamey boy, so that'll be fine. This is fine. This is fine. Exactly.
Isn't the nightmare strat you put a Molotov behind you while you're doing this?
Either that or just sprint burst it.
I guess. Which one would be faster, do you think?
Molotov.
Because I know
But
you have to
again,
place it down,
loot would
but-
be very, very terrible. So, oh my goodness me, I didn't even craft a noisemaker, did I?
Looks like you're gonna have to do that.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do this very, very quickly. In my rune patterns, we'll see what happens. Oof, I knew there's something I was forgetting. Oh. Okay, noisemaker. All right, let's see how this goes then. Throw it into here. Sprint burst up to a point of this table, and then you can run from there. I'm also going to equip my flamethrower. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens. If we hear a drop, then the patterns aren't correct. But if the patterns are correct, then the Xenomorph is currently looking at the noisemaker that's making a generous amount of noise. So we were fine. Wow, that was lucky, especially with the very, very quick noisemaker creation. I thought that the patterns would have been off, but apparently not. Nice.
Deactivated Nitro.
Alright, so now that we're going to be going to get our very final like hacker access tune upgrade, stealth. We don't run here, we sprint burst. Because the Xenomorph can actually come up to this point here, and we don't want to like attract any more attention than we've already made. We just ran a whole way around Sevastopol. I think it's like, it's kind of knows where we are, but it's more of a discoverable point that he may either just like walk in here or drop down. So we just, again, make sure we don't make too much noise. Alright, there's a loot on the floor. And then we're going to go over to the shuttle, the ambulance. This is like the short range ambulance, isn't it?
That's right.
Yep. So, I've lost a few runs here when I was first starting up running because there is one facehugger on board this short range ambulance. Why can't I not say that? And it has ruined my day quite a few times because it's hiding behind just a barrage of boxes. And if you don't know, you'll hear the little squeal and you just be like, uh-oh, too late, and then you'll be grabbed. So it's happened a few times, if you know what I mean. It's happened a few times.
You know what really gets me? And try and keep an eye out on this when you're running back. Those boxes that you knock over, when you're running back, they're rebuilt.
Really?
Yeah, they're stacked up again, even though they get knocked over. Like, who does that? Who rebuilds the boxes?
Ghosts.
It's like you broke down someone's fort, and they were just like, how dare you?
Okay, we're going to be entering another code now, and the code is going to be 4510. Like I say, there is normally a good bit of lore with the code as well as to like why, you know, the codes are being given to us, but we don't need to know about lore too much. So we're going to press E. Go into it, then press a Q. Go over to here. Oh, I did it. Oh my goodness me! Come on. There we go. Again, we'll learn some good patterns here. Now, there is a good chance that we could get out of our body. Let's hope, because it's always hysterical. We could do some good spins. Alright, let's go to this one. No, sadly not. Like, when you get to the second terminal, sometimes you'll see that the camera, like, you won't see an arm anymore. Or you see part of an arm. When that kind of happens, you can then start to actually turn your body, and you can do, like, several 360s in your position and actually see yourself, like, as you come, like, turning around, like, just continuously doing the terminal. It's honestly a hilarious thing. It works a little bit better on the PC because of the timing between terminals, and I think that's why it gets confused, because of, like, you know, just the length of timing that for your animation, basically. Okay, we got the little line puzzle. And which way again? There we go. Nice. Now that we've re-engaged power, we're going to try and get, like, further into the short range ambulance because obviously there's stuff in here to help us out. You know, like it's an ambulance, there's going to be some good things to help. But when we get to the very end, it's going to be an interesting little visual, is all I'm going to say. I think we did mention about it earlier on, but for those who have not seen Alien Isolation, we're going to be met by another friendly, lovely fellow who definitely was not bad in any kind of way, right?
I mean, his intentions are good, but just the execution, yeah,
Wait for it. There it is. See, I've lost a few hours that time because I constantly forget that he's there. When I start upstream, the speed running anyway. Okay. So Playful saying, what's the thing you're doing when you press hack, pressing the button really fast? So I'm just pressing E multiple times afterwards. What people usually do when they bump the E to the mouse wheel is that they scroll the E button to kind of like make that whole animation essentially go faster. I'm not sure about the theory behind it, but essentially just push E a load of times and you should pull down a little quicker out of the actual animation of the hack tool. Okay. Good. And it's cool to see just how fast you can technically push the button, if you know what I mean. So now we're going to go around a long way here. Like, so another funny little side note when we're going to be on our way back. I can't wait to tell you this, because when it comes to the crouch clipping only, there's a way that you can circumvent. I keep saying circumvent a lot. I don't know why. I'm actually not going to take a restroom break. I'm feeling alright. But this would be a perfect time for a restroom break after a cutscene skip. But yeah, you can technically crouch clip through the fires. And when you do that, you're actually missing dedicated, like essentially like trigger points. You have to hit each trigger on the way out of getting out of the short range ambulance, because if you don't meet all the triggers, then you won't actually go into the next mission. So going through the fire that we will be seeing very, very shortly, if you manage to crouch clip it through it perfectly, you've missed a few of these triggers, and then when you get to the very end, you'll just be sitting in your chair. This is fine. The fire will kind of like explode around you, and then you're dead. It's hysterical.
By the way, the cutscene we just skipped, for people who are curious, it was actually an added report from Ellen at the end of Alien. If you have seen the film, she makes like a little report because she's floating off in space. The message you hear is from Ellen herself. It's directed towards Amanda, and it's literally just a very heartfelt message. First of all, telling that she is okay, but what she had to do is destroy the ship, and there's an alien. But it gets all emotional because she's like, "I love you, sweetheart," and all that. So definitely, for the people who are big fans of the Alien universe, it's a very emotional part of the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
She gets her closure finally.
And it's all upon this storage ambulance. Who knew, right? Who knew? So now, Taylor's finally managed to regain control over the threat of Marlowe, and she's just straight up killed him. But Marlowe knew how to like engage all of this overload and stuff, so now we got to try and figure out how to turn it off, because, you know, if it keeps on going, then boom, the overload will kill us in the whole process, and then that's not a good time. So
You're not on the ambulance anymore, you know that, right?
I don't know anymore. My brain is gone.
This whole time you've been referring to the Anisadora as a short-range ambulance.
That's the one, thank you. We took the short-range ambulance to the Anisadora. There we go, thank you. Hey, I've been busy. My brain's been busy.
It's just funny to imagine it, like...
It's a short-range ambulance, except it's huge. It's kind of like Cube, right? I love Cube. Good movie.
It's about to go boom.
Alright, there we go, nice. That puzzle, like I say, if you don't do this whole bit in time, you will die. Essentially, you'll just die. So you need to do it before it's overloaded. Now we're good. Now we're chill. Okay, and we can just like, you know, we can leave Taylor to sadly die, because she can't actually get out of there. Like, we managed to stop the overload, but it's not going to stop the actual
Death.
Taylor. Yeah. Everything's collapsing.
Feels bad, man.
Yep. So like that's sort of like. Sorry, go for it.
Watch out for the boxes on the way back.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. So technically, like, you know, that power like overload is sorted, but like there's actually still an overload going on. So now it's gonna stop. There we go. Now it's gonna start exploding completely. The whole ship is about to explode. Not a good time.
He did this to destroy Sevastopol, to knock it out of orbit and right into the atmosphere of the planet, to destroy the alien before the company could get their hands on it.
There we go. That's exactly it.
Like I said before, his intentions are good, but the execution is poor.
Yeah. I like human life. I like being able to do things without sacrificing others. Marlowe's not a very nice person, is he?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I got trapped. So now we're just literally running, and when I like to do my runs, I like to just like play, you know, Delfino Plaza music, just because it wasn't built. Do you mean it was built to our right as we left?
Oh, they were knocked down. They usually built back up.
No, they're never built back up.
They, trust me, I wouldn't have pointed it out of the way because I laughed at it so hard once.
Huh. Maybe we
weird.
haven't ever seen it then. Anyway.
Must have been a glitch or something, I don't know.
Maybe, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're now into mission 16. This is where the run starts to get extremely tough again. So I probably will actually, Actually, no, this bit is actually alright, because Cole told me that there is an easier bit that you can do here. For the longest time, I was kind of doing a no major glitches nightmare strat, which is where you have to throw a flare into a certain position, crouch up for a while, and then throw a Molotov into where all of the humans are. But this is Novice. We don't need to do that. Don't forget, like, I mean, obviously when we encountered all those humans in one place, like, they all had revolvers, so that was just like a whole barrage of bullets into our body, and that's what killed us.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'll go ahead and let you do this part. So essentially, yeah, it's a lot easier on Novice because of the amount of damage that you don't actually take from weapons in this game from the guns. It's such a little amount. You can literally run straight past them, and honestly, 9 times out of 10, the pattern here is really good. I've done this part multiple times, especially. Oh wait, little delay. What happened?
just one shotgun guy, it's no problem.
Oh yeah, but like even that pattern itself is fine because if there is a guy there, I mean, there is nothing stopping you running into the room to avoid the shot. It doesn't waste too much time. But again, because it's Novice, it's not too bad. And because when we get up the stairs, we have to wait for a short while for Ricardo to open up an elevator for us. So it's a perfect time to heal, even if you did take some damage. So there's no time loss whatsoever.
Easy peasy. Easiest of peasiest. Now, we're going to be doing another strategy here, which is going to be a way to kind of redirect the ending. Like we have done earlier on, this is now another way to do it. So what we do, grab a Molotov and place it. Because when we were on our way back, the Xenomorph is probably going to, like, you know, try to find us. So the one location where the Xenomorph drops is in that vent. So when it drops, it's going to step on the flame, and then it's going to ignite it, and then boom! It gets terrified, it up vents again, and then we're flying. Then we're Speedy Boys again. So this is why we crafted the second pipe bomb earlier on, because there are some humans in a location just over there. They're kind of, I'm not sure what they're doing, but you know, they are acting kind of sus. So when people are sus, especially in games like Among Us, we must kill, right? So we got this pipe bomb here, and we just.
Does that mean you're the imposter?
No, they are all the imposters.
You're trying to wedge your way out of this one. I don't think it's going to work. As you
well, it doesn't matter. I have the pipe bomb. I have the pipe bomb. Let's go. Here we do. So there's 3 humans over here. And let's see how the position's like. Okay, let's just throw it. There. I think I've got all of them. Nice. Nice. Let's go.
Nice.
That little android voice you got as well, that's funny. Okay. Now we're going to make our way over to the Sevastopol Observatory. This is what's going to be holding crucial kind of like values for redirecting the satellite dishes in order to re-establish communication with Verlaine. Okay, I'm slowly remembering the lore. My brain is frazzled right now, so this is one of my most favorite, like, hated things. You have to do this very timely well, otherwise it'll reset. That's fine. That's fine. Cool. And, I mean, especially on a steering wheel, that is, like, one of the most hardest hacks that we have to do. It's
I had a lot of trouble on that one.
Yeah, when you figure out the patterns, then it'll actually take its time. Like, you'll get it. But, good lord, was it annoying. Like, when I first started it. So
it takes you a while to realize that the controls are actually the same for, like, up, down, left, and right for every game, but you don't realize it because the mini games are so different.
Absolutely. Okie dokie then. So, one more to do. So the values that we were actually getting... Okay, I don't know what I did there. I just kind of reset the puzzle. That was weird. I don't know what I did there. I pressed, like, right on the D-pads, which was space.
Oh, you probably, you hit it, which, like, entered the input and it reset it.
Yeah, maybe. Alright. So, the funny thing about crouch clipping only is that technically whilst this whole... like this observatory is going down, we can actually clip outside of here, go into space, and when you go into a point of like an out of bounds where you can't actually, you know, like you don't land on anything, it will respawn you to the last point that you're at, which is technically just here, because you know, it's a moving platform. It's not like a static, stationary, like solid platform that you're on. So it'll put you into the door before this observatory, and then and then you'll just like spawn there and you can just turn around and go. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's hilarious in every single way. And it feels good every time you get it. It's a perfect crouch clip. So now we've got some chill. Now we've got some time because we got another sort of spacewalk area. So if you wanted to plug the charity, if we've got Sarah in the chats, then that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, so we are still raising funds, ! Donate for Worldwide Veterinary Services. They are, right now, thousands of animals are suffering silently with no chance of ever receiving veterinary care. Like you, we don't think this is fair. Worldwide Veterinary Service provides free expert care to animals in need all over the world. We do this by sending vets where they are needed most, training them to increase the standard of care globally, and by shipping urgent aid supplies worldwide every week of the year.
Thank you. So again, guys, please feel free to donate to an amazing cause. Like, they do a lot for loads of different animals that deserve the right kind of treatment. So please feel free to donate at your own avail. So again, these are the satellite dishes that I mentioned earlier on. They're completely looking in a completely wrong direction. We kind of had like a good idea like where the Torrens is. So with those values that we did that little mini game, that's like the right kind of dimension, like the right values for a little thing that we'll see coming up very shortly that we have to put in, and then we just press right the whole time. Up until it gets to the values, we press E. It's literally just holding right and then pressing E at the right point, and then yeah, it's nice and easy. When we get back into Sebastopol though, that's where it's gonna be it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, the Torrens is actually currently clamped and docked on Sevastopol, which you do see briefly on Mission 18. So we do know its exact position because of that. Hence why we're able to completely isolate the signal with the satellite here.
Cool. So what we have to do, the reason that we're actually going out into space in the first place is that we have to power the mechanisms for turning these dishes. There we go. So it says punching the coordinates, but we can't yet. We can't because there's no power to. I think you would get another dialogue if you actually go up to the terminal and just say, "Oh, you need to go and do the thing." So that's kind of what we're doing. All right. So we still got like about another 2 to 3 minutes probably until we get back there. Is there anything else to plug at the moment, Sarah?
We could talk about our sponsor, OES. OES aims to offer an easy-to-use on-demand solution that anyone can use for host live-streamed events. With no need to maintain expensive infrastructure and build custom software, hosting a live online event has never been easier, whether for web conferences, content creator streams, or speedrunning marathons. Also, don't forget that, and I'll drop a link in the chat here in just a minute, but we are taking submissions for Thunderthon Winter Wonderland Charity Marathon. Those submissions close on November 21st, so get those in for the next Thunderthon Marathon.
Definitely get in for that marathon. It's going to be so much fun. I'm like super excited for it, so I'd love to see a plentiful submissions. It can be any kind of game. It can be short, it can be long, it could be like completely abstract of a game. The sky is the limit, and I want to see some fantastic speedruns for the submissions. The wackier the merrier. You never know. But please feel free if you guys want to be a part of the next series of Thunderthons. I think it was announced the other day that we are doing like four Thunderthon events, like main events per year. So please keep an eye out in the Discord if you are in the Discord for different informations about like the events that are coming up. Yeah, more information's on there. So right now, all we got to do is press press right and then E. Yeah, as Chad just said there in the chat, we want to see a variety of speed runs. Definitely looking to showcase some interesting runs. I'm excited if we manage to get like that one very, very interesting run, because it's always cool to be exposed to like new and interesting games, if you know what I mean. So please feel free, if you guys are able to, submit. Commentary runs are fantastic as well. And also we just got raided by the Texan Red Wolf and Raiders. Welcome in to the last run of Thunderthon. for today. This is Alien Isolation. Steering wheel, no major glitches. I hope Novice. I hope everyone had a good time over there, and thank you so much for bringing your community over. And guys, we are raising money for the Worldwide Veterinary Services. So please, if you guys are able to, at your own avail, please donate to a fantastic cause. They do a lot of amazing things for animals in need. We've still got a little bit of downtime, so if you did want to replug Worldwide Veterinary Services to the Raiders, that would be fantastic.
Welcome on in, Texan, Red Wolf, and all the Raiders. We're here still chugging away and providing entertainment for you guys on this lovely Sunday. Or for some of us, I guess Monday. But our charity is the Worldwide Veterinary Services. They provide free expert care to animals in need all over the world. They send vets training them. And they also send out urgent aid supplies. And they do this every week of the year. So definitely get your donations in. We're still 475 pounds away. But we are getting so close to our original goal. Thank you, everybody, for the donations and for being here.
Absolutely, to everyone who has donated in any capacity, or even just being a part of the stream, lurked, or just said hey, or just just being a lovely part of this this stream and this like 2-day marathon. Thank you guys all so much. We appreciate everybody here right now. Thank you. Big pleasure to be actually being able to do a redemption run as well, because if you guys were at the start of the marathon, it was a bit of a big stress, is all I can say. And I think we have figured out the issue behind my audio bugs, because essentially I am technically hosting the PC for Thunderthon. We figured out what the cause is, so for future events that should be no stresses at all. So hopefully it's all good from here. All right. If you actually do look up, you can see one of the xenomorphs getting their way back into Sevastopol. Normally people don't look up a lot. Remember earlier on when we were looking up that ladder and we had to look up to go to it? This is for those who actually decide to look up. The xenomorph's going in. Oof. Oof. I crouched. Whoops. So, that's a nice little... I guess if you want to say like a secret like visual for those who actually like explore looking around, they will see this. They will see Steve coming back in. Okay, so let's do this, shall we? Let's do this. We're going to be taking off our spacesuit, and we're going to be God, this is going to get very, very stressful, is what I'm going to say, because Nightmare, again, you can kind of like put everything into specific patterns so much more easy than you would be able to normally. I am going to say for this very specific reason, because Novice is not.
Would you like me to take over?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what's going to be happening now is Nick is going to very shortly be going up the elevator that we came down on previously. And if you remember back in the nest, when he went inside that room where it was inaccessible to the alien, we're going to be using the same kind of technique here. So once we actually get up on the top of this elevator, the door that we came through is going to be locked. And Steve is going to drop down in the room in front of us. And what we're going to do is we're going to fire off some shotgun shots to actually, or shotgun, or you can hit the last with the main jack, that works too. It's going to get a function, but it can't actually get to us. So instead, he will prevent. Now, this is also comes into part why we killed the humans earlier with the pipe bomb, because usually they would...
Bear me a second. Save?
Maybe.
Do we have time for a donation, or are you listening for healing?
Please do it.
Yeah, we've got a 5-pound donation from Spoopy Penguin that says, let's get a 5-pound train going to finish off this run with some Dr. Evil.
Oh, that would be lovely. If we can get that, like, that $3,000 pound goal for the last bits of the run, we can get some Dr. Evil in. But thank you, Spoopy, for your donation there. That's very, very kind of you. So, we did hear a little bit of the xenomorph just on its way back. So, thankfully, it's not too bad of a pan. And... oh, I didn't hear it go off.
He will.
Oof. What? There it was. I saw it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it can take some time.
Oh, goodness me. All the humans were in the way. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. This is... Okay. I've never had all of the humans all out to play like that. That was crazy. All right. I think we've got a Thunderthon. We need to reload it. If we don't, then we can do the other strategy, which I've been doing, which is the flare and a whack. Let's see if we got Thunderthon. We don't. Okay, so let's do the flamethrower strat. What we need to do now, this is what works for me, is a simple flare and then a whack. Then sprint burst the rest of the way. The reason the way we do that is we want to be as basically silent as possible so that we don't activate Steve on this whole mission at all up till like after we've left the tram. If Steve is active, then he usually does spawn in the next area. So if we can get him to not drop completely, then you know, then this isn't a nice easy bit. Now, because it's Novice again, like it's not as like, you know, intense as the you know, Nightmare Xenomorph. Second. Good. There we go. It's not as intense. So, as long as we're continuing to be stealthy for the rest of the bit, then we should be okay. Okay, nice. So we're going to continue stealth. Do we have any donations for like maybe 30 seconds to a minute?
Yeah, sorry, we do. We have one from Hoop Goddess for £5 that says, I'll go in on a £5 donation train. Let's get some hype and reach that goal.
Nice. Alright, so we're going to be saving here because this is where it's going to get fun.
Alright, so basically once he saves here, this door opens, there's going to be a face hugger that's going to drop out immediately from the boxes. He's going to kill that and then activate the keyboard. Once he comes off that keyboard, it's going to do one of those little camera snaps, the forcible camera snaps, kind of like the one in Mission 5. It does suck quite a lot because Steve will most likely drop here if we're lucky. Yes, we did. Okay, so obviously we're not lucky.
What?
Wait a second.
Okie dokie.
Anyways,
yeah. Let's do it again.
So that happened.
Huh.
But essentially, after that, you would just press the button and wait for the tram, and then yeah. But yeah, you guys do it again.
Cole, did you see that?
Whoa! Oh man! You may be getting some bad luck, but you're seriously clutching some of these things here.
Why am I? Okay, so let me just re-establish the events that just happened there.
I know what just happened.
I know it just happened too. I experienced it myself with my own two wheelie hands on wheels.
It was like it's like a bug hitting your windscreen. You just wiped it off with your wipers there. That's what it was.
For some reason, I had the bolt gun loaded. Like, we had the flamethrower going into it. Why did we start with the bolt gun? So luckily.
Do we have another?
Yes, just 1 second, just so I can explain what happened. So, just luckily, I was able to get the flamethrower out, and just in a moment of it jumping up, was I able to flame it just at the point of killing it. Okay, Sarah, please continue.
Yeah, we have a £20 donation from the Jedi Joe that says, let's hit that goal, Thunder Fam.
Jedi Joe, thank you so much for the £20 donation, and great run earlier for Silent Hill 3. Definitely go check out Jedi Joe for some good Silent Hill 3 runs for the quick save, quick loads. That was so much fun to watch. Alright. Whew. Also, I noticed that we did a minus 50 goal split there, so that's interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't think that's going to work out well with the with that little death there, but we'll see what happens. Actually, I can run here. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. Okay. This next bit, I'm going to get called to commentate because this can get very, very tricky. So do we have any quick donations before we go ahead with it?
No new ones. Wait, actually, we just got a $5 pound donation in from Daft Invader that says, £5 hype train time. Let's get that Dr. Evil, Scott.
Dr. Evil Scott. I still can't believe that came about just because my brain was tired. I love it. All right, let's go ahead. Cold, please take over.
So there is actually a strat that I still need to teach Nick here, which is a lot faster. But essentially, what he's going to do here is, once he does the save, he is going to run. What? Okay. He's going to run up to the Super Joe here, smack it in the face with a shotgun. Oh, is that what it was? You got grabbed. Okay. Yeah, there was a bit of lag on my end. I do apologize. But anyways, what's going to happen now? He's going to enter a room where an alien will drop, and once we get rid of the alien, there's going to be like a forklift with a bunch of boxes on it that we're going to have to move out of the way. So we need to grab a code, which is on a terminal, to open up this little compartment box thing on the wall, which we can grab the key card to put inside the machine to let the forklift go up. Before he does go to the forklift, though, he's going to have to activate a little radio, which will be used as a distraction and bring in the alien to this room once we get to the next area. Because if you're aware of Mission 17, you know that this next part is a lot of backwards and forth running. Mm-hmm. It's a real pain in the ass, but it is what it is. If you're far into the game, you should be used to it by now, really. But he'll have to use the ion torch to actually take down one of the panels here to grab the lever, which opens the door. Probably
that's fine.
A very interesting position for it.
That's good.
Nice. So yeah, this part, like I said, it's quite repetitive. It's quite scary. There's a lot of darkness. So we'll be right at home. But essentially, running down this long corridor, which is through this door here, and I think the first thing we're going to do is pick up yet another key card. Lots of those. And once we slot that into the machine, there'll be another Steve interaction, which I will wait for. But yeah, there is a lot of focus required here, especially on NMG, because you cannot psycho run here. Usually these parts would be using psycho running or silent running, because it makes it a lot easier to get past it without Steve interrupting us. So he has to be very aware of listen out for those drops, because it can be completely RNG as usual.
And I'm going to be a risky boy, and I'm not going to save.
I was just going to say, are you sure?
Yep.
Man, okay, well, we're gonna get this first try, guaranteed.
Yep, I think so.
I've done a £2 donation from Painkiller Jen that said, "Did someone say hype train?" And a $5 pound donation from Infinite Genome that says, "You're doing great, Nico. Keep it up. £5 train hype."
I'm solo help as well. Cole, please take over.
Nice. So you just saw the alien there. That was a scripted interaction right there, and you saw that Nick just threw the Molotov at him as well. That will actually make him vent before we actually see him again, because that, as you probably did hear, the terrifying noise of him running up the corridor, because he did see you through that window, but obviously he vented because of the Molotov. So this is another little scripted event where Steve will jump out the window and confront you. Usually in a run on the keyboard, it's a lot easier to do on the mouse and keyboard because he has full control, but he's going to play it safe here, especially that he didn't save. But essentially what you can usually do is once he jumps out there, you can flame him about 3 or 4 times, and then immediately run to the right side of him and grab that lever. This will actually stop him from killing you, and he'll just vent up right behind you because you flamed him. But we just waited behind the table there because, again, really hard to control that with the steering wheel. So once again, we're going to be running all the way back to where we grab the key card. This is where the repetitiveness comes into play, and we're going to now. This is the generator part, isn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's going to be activating the generator, which will then unlock the door on the opposite side where we just were when we had the little interaction, and then so we're going to run all the way back yet again, avoiding Steve, flaming him because he will drop at least one more time here, and then we're going to go inside a vent and go into another elevator, which will take us to the very end of Mission 17.
My first saveless M17.
Congrats, buddy.
For the second part.
That's insane, dude. Oh my gosh.
Also, Video Game Roulette's voice has recovered, so the next 10 donations will be read in a voice. So now.
I can't believe that. I have to redo all of this mission. I actually can't believe that. That's hysterical.
You jinxed it, apparently.
Oh, wow. I have never actually encountered such a situation like that before ever. That's entirely amazing. I was so close to getting out. Okay, sorry.
I'm not doing all that again.
Yeah, I'd have to. Sorry, Sarah. Please continue. I interrupted you. I do apologise.
I was just saying, if you want to get donations in to be read in a Darth Vader voice by VGR, get them in now.
Okay, so essentially, I could hear the xenomorph making his way through, and I wanted to be risky because, you know, usually you can do that. Even if he's still coming through, you can still do that in a good time, but he was just able to grab me to the vents. There's a first for everything, isn't there, guys? There is a first. So, we can say it again. That's never happened before. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I don't think I've actually ever had that in speedrunning ever. So I think that was
a very
actually
aggressive animation as well. I haven't seen that one for a while.
I think that was actually my very first time. Feels like the first time, right, guys? Feels like the very first time. Oh, brilliant. Well, at least you guys got to see something that you probably haven't seen before, which is actually being grabbed by the vents. Now, this bit here, like that whole vent there is probably like the only other area that you actually get to encounter a xenomorph in a vent. Don't think there's any other areas really. But if you make too much noise and you're actually in the vent, especially in Nightmare, then there's a chance that when we have to make a little 3-point turn, that the alien could drop in at points. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I mean, again, I have never encountered a situation like that before. I have never encountered this shit. I should have played it just a tiny bit safe and then flamed him before I went to the vents.
You think?
Well, yeah, obviously. Obviously. But it's still the same case that, like... last minute the strats, right? Last minute strats.
I have some random, like, lore nerd information about Amanda, if you'd like me to...
Please, yeah, go ahead, my dude. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first one about the game itself, I suppose. If you didn't know, this game is set 15 years after the events of the first Alien film. After the events of this game, Amanda actually got married, and her name changed to Amanda Ripley McLaren, a double-barreled name. She died at the age of 66 from cancer, which is very unfortunate. We actually find out in the second film that she died before Ellen was about to meet her. She actually she got out. She was saved 2 years after her death, which is very, very close, because she was adrift for 50-something years. So very, very sad. Of course, she worked for...
had this pattern before where there's no xenomorph there. Okay. I might need a tiny bit of focus, guys.
Do you want me to shut up?
Find us.
Are you deflated now? Or?
Yes. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Do we have time for a donation?
Oh my god, my heart. Yes.
Hoopy donates £8 and says, "Hype train."
Thank you for the £8 donation. There we go. There we go. All right. Nerve-wracking. So, that was a saveless mission 17 for the second part. So, I still count that as valid for the saveless bit. So, oh god, that was highly annoying. Highly annoying that unfortunately right at the last moment, we had that little, immense time loss. But either way, now we're coming up to mission 18. So we are going to be like finally trying to like get back onto the torrents. We're going to be trying to undock the torrents. There's a whole other few things we've got to do. Cold, I will probably have you take over for the next bit if that is okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Perfect. Because again, it can get stressful. I mean, once we get into like the actual second part of M18, if you know what I mean, it's not too bad. But I can carry on from there. But like this part can be quite stressful. Right. Definitely understand. Here we go. All right. Real fast though, before you do go into that elevator, I will mention to people on the CC run, this elevator is a real pain, and that's where I'll leave it. Yeah, exactly. You got to clip through it. It's a pain. There's a lot of soft locking involved, but that's for another day. All right, mission 18. This mission is infamous for a lot of people, a lot of dead runs, and a lot of glitches. But a lot of fun times as well. So, what we're going to do here, usually in like a CC run, you wouldn't have your hacker, but we have it here. But what we're going to do is we're going to hack this first terminal. Actually, no. Can we do the? You can't do the. No, that's a major glitch. That is. I do apologize. I just realised my pedals have been completely out of view this whole time, so I do apologise. I'll grab that back in a second into view. So we just hacked the terminal there, and we're going to go under this vent here to pull a lever which will activate another terminal, not terminal, or like a little hack computer thing. Usually in what I get confused by is usually you can actually do that terminal without pulling the lever, because if you grab it from a certain distance, it will give you the prompt. But that is a major glitch, so we cannot do that, so we have to do it the legit way, or the boring way even. There's a guy there with jam. Anyway, so we're going to activate this second terminal here. And then once on the second terminal, you guessed it, we're going to do a third terminal. This mission is very exciting so far, can't you tell? So there is, again, this is another very active area for Steve. Once we do this next terminal here, though, we're going to be heading upstairs to, here it comes, a fourth terminal. That's right. There is a deactivated, not a deactivated, there is an active android on the floor there. If you do want to make sure you avoid those androids, just check for their eyes. Their eyes will be glowing, so you never be fooled by them once again. If their eyes are glowing, that means they will grab you if you look away from them. But as long as you have your eyes fixated on them, they will not grab you. Or you could just, stamp in their face and kill it. But, that's up to you. So we're going to go up the stairs now, use this last terminal, which will... The door was open. What? That can happen. Imagine a door being a door. That's crazy. Jesus. So, use this last terminal. We're going to be talking to Verlaine real fast. She's going to be telling us to get into an EVA suit, to meet up with her, do a little spacewalk, meet up with her outside. And again, this is Alien, so I won't tell you what happens, but I can say it's not great. Nick will thankfully do his save to save. I'm glad you learned your lesson, though. But now there are actually going to be two Steves. That's right. One. Ooh, that was a quick up vent. Okay, wow. So he's going to flame that first one. There's going to be a second one that will run straight at him. He will flame that. He will also vent and then run straight to the airlock to grab the suit. And, well, let's see what happens. Wait, are we taking a shower right now? Oh. That. That. So basically, right now... Reset! Reset, right? Right now, we have just been harvested. Well, like, in the process of being harvested. So, thankfully, by some form, one or the other way, we can actually wake up. Because, like, once you get to a point of harvesting, then we should be, like, completely gone, if you know what I mean. But we actually managed to wake up, actually get out of these little bits, that we're stuck behind, and then get out of Dodge, basically. Get out of Dodge. Your question is, Placeball, why are there so many alien-sized vents on the station? I don't know. They can morph into human size? They can curl up into a sonic ball? I don't know. But either way, they can still jump into them. And they can become the casual YouTuber of jumping straight into it. Anyway, now we've got 2 facehuggers over here. Just in case. And then we've got another one coming up behind us. This one will usually get a lot of people in the casual run, so just make sure you do a quick tap first. Okay, I forget to crouch. Who knew I could forget to crouch in a video game? Okay, so we've got another flame facehugger coming up very shortly. This one is very temperamental, so sometimes it might like the first burst, just like that. So we always do 2 bursts here, just in case the first one does not meet its maker. Now, I usually do the flare strat, so I'm going to do the revolver strats. Even though the flare strat is easy game, I'm still going to showcase what the revolver strat is for the redirection of the alien. Okay. What you need to do is you need to hold your revolver and you just spam the shoot key. As soon as you come out of the animation, it will shoot and then the alien will be redirected. Alright, I think if we've got any time for a quick donation, we can do that now.
Yeah, we got a donation from Cold 401. Oh wait, this is for VGR to read. Go for it.
We have a donation from Cold 401. £3 1 cent. Nico.
I have concerns! Now, apparently if you actually look down whilst this train's going, then it'll actually make the animation of the train go faster. Like, I heard that recently, so I've been trying to do that, and it does seem...
What?
Yeah, who knew, right? Like, I heard that on the grapevine, and I think it's actually technically true. Alright, so what we just did there... What we just did there was that we just hugged on the side of that whole big... Because normally there'll be a train that goes over us. There's like 2 trains. But by hugging and like just hugging the side of that wall, we can actually get to the like just remove that whole animation happening. So nice. Now we're coming up to the most major run killer for any percenter ever, especially for CC. For any CC. Normally you would get a shotgun and you'd only have 4 bullets, so you'd have to kill like 6 facehuggers with 4 shotgun bullets. And nice pattern there that we're actually able to go around them. That's good. Yeah, so you'd have to kill 2 facehuggers with 1 bullet. So that last one there is so tough because the RNG of the actual facehuggers coming out is random. You just get the elevator by holding forwards and shift and then pressing E on the elevator. When you're holding forwards, you're technically kind of running, so it's like realizing, oh, you're not technically going down the ladder, so I'm going to put you off the ladder. And then the properties of the elevator will be removed and you'll fall straight down. And now, my favorite tagline ever, we're going to be running through the fire and flames of We Carry On. There we go. That's literally like my most famous tagline. Thank you for coming. It's all good. Okay. We've got like 5 minutes left of the run now, guys. 5 minutes left. This has been such an awesome experience to showcase the steering wheel run, and I'm always very thankful to showcase it because it's nice to get more adaptiveness of controllers to speedruns, because then it opens up a lot more possibilities for people who may have different disabilities or like may not be able to use controllers as normally, be able to actually use adaptive controllers. And I would love for more adaptive controllers to be able to use speedruns. So I urge people, if they can, pick up a controller that people can't normally use, and see just how you can adapt it to make it work. Because if we can make more speedrunning accessible for those who have disabilities, I'd love to see just more people having their eyes open to adaptive controls. And I'd be willing to work with any different company that would kind of help to get the adaptiveness sorted for specific controls of games and stuff like that. I'd love to see what we can do for it. But obviously with this run specifically, this is the steering wheel speed run for No Major Glitches Novice. And we've only got 1 more strategy left. We're technically 2, but the second one is completely just we can't really explain it. It's a thing that could happen or doesn't happen. We've got a thing called double pins, which is extremely hard on controllers. I would just not recommend it. It's a 30 seconds time loss if you can't get double pins. What you have to do is you have to hold your mouse on the edge of one of the pins and throw it over to the other side and keep on spamming E, or in this case triangle. I can get usually won on controller, but I'm not going to attempt it this time just because it is just, you know, it's.
Well, I mean, even if you miss it, you're not wasting time because either way, you're still going to get that one animation whether you try it.
I mean, the time waste is setting up to go, like, you know, towards the edge and then just go weave, you know what I mean? When you can just literally look at it and then press E. So, for me, the time waste is the setup to swing the wheel around, if you know what I mean. Because you have to use your arms for it, don't forget. But yeah, literally, guys, it is the last 5 minutes. Again, to everybody who has been a part of Thunderthon, who has graced Thunderthon, who has donated to Thunderthon's campaign for Worldwide Veterinary Service, I appreciate and love every single one right here. Thank you so much for all making this an amazing event and raising a fantastic amount so far to the charity. This is the last run, so if you guys have got any last chance to get any donations, sneak them in right now. We've got just under 5 minutes for the run, probably about 3 minutes now, so now is the best time before we sign off and everything like that. So yeah, last 3 minutes of the run. It's been a pleasure, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you guys again for letting me redeem this run to be able to do this, because I know, like, when we tried to do this initially, we did incur issues. Hopefully, like I say, there won't be issues in future. But it's been an amazing, amazing experience. So thank you again so much. All right, let's see what happens. I actually got it. I actually got it. I actually got double pin.
Unbelievable, dude.
I got another idea. Hold on. No, see, I can get one. Usually I can get one. And that's a proven point. I can get one. Of course, in a marathon lock, I managed to ruin mission 17, but I can get double pins, right? So we saved 15 seconds there, actually. Each double pin is 15 seconds. So if we get two, it's a 30-second time save, but who knew the skills would come out at the end? I'm joking. Anyway, so
now can you save 3 minutes?
Oh god, if only, right? If only. Let's go back in time, back to the future, yeah?
Oh, we are in a car.
Yeah, true that.
88 miles per hour, though.
Well, we're in space. We're technically going well above that threshold, right?
True. I mean, technically, the station is traveling a lot faster than 88 miles per hour.
There we go. Why aren't we back in the future yet? Reset! Okay, so we'll be coming up to a cutscene. By the way, I love this visual right here. The very final point of, like, near death, and you get to...
It's a great photo. That was my
cutscenes. So luckily we're able to disengage that locking mechanism, sending all of the xenomorphs into space, and now we're back in the Torrens, and we got fast walk. Fast walk saves 8.7 seconds. You just need to somehow walk, and it'll either make you go normally or fast. We don't know exactly how to do it, but we're kind of estimating that we press shift before we go into it. It doesn't happen every time, but it's just one of those things. Right. Now, this is the very last section. So, we were trying to get to the lane on the bridge, but uh-oh. Looks like the xenomorph's there. So, yeah, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So, we've now got some dedicated inputs that we need to trigger. So, it's like down, down, left, right, A-B starts. And then the final time will be coming up very shortly, guys. As soon as I say time, after we press the button and it goes to black, that's when the time is. So, and time. 3 hours, 1 minute, 31.
Well done, buddy.
In-game time. That was still a fantastic run there. You just run him over. Wouldn't that be lovely? Okay. So everybody, that was Alien Isolation, Steering Wheel Percent, No Major Glitches Novice. It's been an absolute pleasure to sign off this marathon of this last game. There's still going to be a little bit of like dialogue afterwards from Chad's afterwards, so please stick around for the final bit so we can raid as well. Again, it's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. Cold, thank you so much for being commentator for this run. Cold has been a great friend of mine recently. Like, we've both been in strides with the CC and the steering wheel stuff, so it's nice to have like a good friend pushing through the speed runs and like trying to just showcase this to more places as well. So
always,
if
buddy.
you guys do want sorry, Cold, I talked over you again. Do you have anything to say quickly?
I was just going to say, it's always an honor to be a part of these amazing events. I love helping you out. It's fantastic. And GG's for an amazing tech issueless run. Can we please get a round of applause in the chat for a tech issueless run?
Yay!
Oh, come on, man. Calling me out right here.
We
Oh, I
had the
love you already,
smoothest of buttery transitions in this marathon.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
it was a journey, and it was incredible. GG's Nico. I am super proud of you. You came back and you finished strong. I'm not gonna lie, you know, the first part of the marathon was it was rough.
It was,
But
yeah.
we came back. You came back. You owned it. You got this. And I can't thank you enough. Guys, please get some hype in this chat for Nico. This man has busted his butt off behind the scenes to bring this here. And if we have a second, I actually wrote some words here. I want to speak to the speedrun community in general. I want to thank a lot of people, but first I want to speak to the speedrunner. And this is what I got to say. The speedrunner is an individual who spends hours and hours practicing her or his craft. They dedicate themselves fully to improve not only in time, but in self. One must overcome many personal barriers in order to achieve a desired goal. World record runs themselves speak of a runner's dedication that they have put in. Others may not understand that the fire that burns inside of a runner to do more, the drive to keep striving to become a better version of themselves than they were yesterday. Speedrun marathons are a time for the community to come together to celebrate the hard work that the speedrunner has put into their craft. It is a time to showcase runs that they have worked on tirelessly to perfect in games that they are exceptionally passionate about. Thunderthon is about showcasing the runner above all else to provide them a space to entertain others and find camaraderie in a community that cares for them. We here at Thunderthon want to thank every single runner in this marathon who took the time out of their schedule to run for a cause that is above us all, ensuring that animals receive the care that they deserve. I want to give a very special shout out to Marforia, Jewhorse, Solus Persona, Desert Eagle, Pandora, Suika, Playful 1510, Loner Hero, DeCosmic, Avukamu, Failmore, Tech Missy, Skoyborg, Moonrunes, Super King Andy, Jotaro, who also got a world record this morning in DMC Devil May Cry, by the way, guys. Absolutely insane. DJ Rebirth, Dan Spence 94, Teddy Ross, the Jedi Joe, the BPG 13, Crazy Gaming Days, Demonic Robots, Sneevil, Sir Avium, and last but not least, Nikhoheart, taking all the runs in this marathon, or as we take all the runs in the marathon. You guys have helped us raise money for a cause that resonates with all this. I'm going to put a little bit of math here to shock you guys real quick. Okay, so for those who may not know the conversion rate,
I think we just got a donation as well, so that's made actually just change.
And we'll read that in a second. But currently, 2,590 pounds. Do you know how much that is in conversion? Here, let me show you real quick. We have raised $3,374 US dollars 1 month after our first marathon, going towards the Worldwide Veterinary Service. Guys, you have come together for an incredible cause. We know the marathons were close together. This was never intentional to be this way, but you guys came above all odds to just smash this. And I cannot thank you enough. Animals here are our biggest cause, and we cannot thank you guys. Thunderthon will always be about creating a community that speedrunners and, most importantly, also non-speedrunners alike can come celebrate a good cause together under one roof, united. I want to personally thank each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for your time and energy. Thank you, true believers. Thank you.
Thank you, Chads. Those words are extremely touching, and I'm sure everyone in chat right now can understand, appreciate, and celebrate the words of Chad Forson. So can we get a shout out please for Chad Forson, who took the time and dedication to write and read something important that I think sometimes we all need to hear, because it's true. Speedrunners do put a lot of time and dedication into their crafts, and sometimes it can be overwhelming for a speedrunner. Sometimes they want to showcase the best of themselves, and sometimes it can be hard to do that. But through sheer dedication to themselves, to their communities, and to people around them, they strive. And this is great. Sorry, go for it.
And the thing is that no one can ever possibly see the thousands of hours and thousands of attempts that the speedrunner puts in behind the scenes, the doubt and the misery they face every day. Absolutely. But when we come together and we support each other like this, that is what drives me to put all my energy into Thunderthon, because that's the community that I envision, and I hope it's one you would want to be a part of too. And you guys are incredible. We've only been around for 2 months now, and we plan to be here for the long haul. So we cannot thank you enough for your support. And each and every one of you played a very special part in this marathon, and we hope to see you back for the next one, and the future ones too.
That means more than you could ever imagine to us. That was fantastic. Thank you.
So before we throw it over to a BRB screen, I just want to say thank you again to Thunderthon for allowing me to be technical lead and for speedrunning in this event. If you guys want to watch more speedruns, variety streams, and just memes and fart jokes, please head over to twitch.tv/Nikhoheart. Again, my commentator was Cold401. So Cold, could you shout your channel out as well?
Yeah, so I also speedrun Alien quite frequently on my channel. So if you can find me at twitch.tv/Cold401.
I think we've got 2 more donations to read out before we throw it to a BRB screen. So Sarah, would you like to take over?
Yeah, we've got a $1.99, or I'm sorry, a £1.99 donation from Hoop Goddess that says, "This is gonna drive me nuts." Thank you for fixing that. It was driving me nuts too. And a £10 donation from Defraz that says, "Great job, Nico, and everyone else who put this event together. GG's."
Perfect. I guess on that note, guys, again, from myself, Nikhoheart, thank you for letting me run this and show off this crazy run and redeeming it as well. Thank you guys so much, and we'll be raiding very, very shortly. We'll be taking probably like a couple of minutes just before we do that. So, guys, again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Sit tight real quick, guys. We have our raid target incoming. It is going to be 2chan, a new friend of ours, and we want to show some support because they are currently on Sonic the Hedgehog 1 world record attempts. And we want to make sure we bring the hype to that stream. So sit tight. We'll be right back.